Boys with the heat, resetting the tone. NFL hot takes, yeah, we out on our own. College football picks, yeah, we never miss. Pick 'em lead legends, more than 80% wins. Settle the score, haters better fall back. Check your ass at the door, yeah, we always on track. Coming back for more, can't handle the flame. Boys with the heat, steady running the game. Broadcast live, yo, we got it on lock. Hot takes so spicy, you feel that shock. NFL Sundays, yeah, we break it down. From the gridiron kings to the talk of the town. Charles with the facts, PR brings the fire. That guy on the mic, taking it higher. We settle the base, no room for the hate. This podcast reigns, it's never too late. We hype it up like game day's first hit. College picks rolling, we ain't never quit. From the SEC to the Big Ten scores, you know we bringing heat, leave 'em begging for more. We got picks that'll shock, takes that ignite. This a podcast where we always bring the fight. Sunday to Saturday, we analyze. From the end zone hits to those playoff vibes, we dissect every play, every pass, every throw. Debate so fierce, but you already know. Boys with the heat, we gon' bring that proof. Setting records straight, always spitting the truth. Boys with the heat, we setting the tone. NFL hot takes, yeah, we out on our own.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Nah,
You know that.
not
You
one-
want to
not
know
one
what's
letter.
really funny? We've got so much audio out there between all of us
Yeah.
that it literally knows what our podcast is, and I don't even
Yeah.
have to tell it anymore.
Yeah.
It just
freaking
does it on its
wild.
own. I'm like, that's fucking nuts.
That's awesome.
One of these days, it's just gonna actually just start. It'll just be your voices on there. You don't even have to worry about it.
Tua.
Tua.
I had a hair in my mouth. Tua. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Don't fucking lie to us.
Mike, the only one celebrating a loss this week with the.
Hey,
Yeah, they
do
is.
you see anything different on my
Yeah.
wall? Do you see something
I see
missing?
something. I see a lot of things missing off your wall. Looks like you moved some jerseys around. Maybe got rid of one.
So he's gonna have to earn his right to be back on that wall again. Because
Man.
and
Here's the kicker, all right? And I may have posted something about this earlier, but all we got to say up here in Packer Country is Malik Willis, Bruce Willis. What you talking about, Willis? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays feel a hell of a lot better when Packers win, baby. Packers win, baby. Malik Willis, a dog.
can we just all agree that we did not see Minnesota being 2-0 at this point in the season?
Oh, that's definitely surprising. I can't wait.
Well,
let's
Charles
jump
actually did because he said that Minnesota was going to the playoffs.
Listen, I said Minnesota's going to be a playoff team. I said Minnesota's going to be a wild card team. I have watched the Minnesota Vikings coaching staff do enough things with enough random ass terrible players that Sam Darnold is the best terrible player Kevin O'Connell's ever had. And I knew magic was going to come from him. We've been seeing it all year. How many years has Green Bay walked into Minnesota going, we're about to knock the piss off you? And old boy defensive coordinator there, Brian Flores, comes up with just some crazy ass scheme. And then Kevin O'Connell's got some offensive genius ass move out his Yahoo. And lo and behold, there we go. By the way,
They lost two more starters though, so it's really getting thin in Minnesota.
I am 100% shocked that Minnesota is 2-0. Okay, there is no denying that.
Right.
I thought Minnesota was going to struggle for 10 wins and get in on the wild card. That's on one.
And I'm like, that still could possibly very well happen.
But it's the most surprising thing to me, though, is the Saints.
So let me
They
ask you
have
that, because that was
87 points in 2 games.
so that was
88
one
points
of
in 2
what
games.
that was going to be one of my what the hell moments.
Yeah.
So- On Sunday, are the Saints that good or are the Cowboys just that bad?
No, Alvin Kamara is that good. The
I hear
the
you,
Cowboys are just
but
that
I'm just
bad.
Kamara has been injured and has been nursing his body back to health with the hopes of longevity over making some fans happy for a little bit. I haven't heard this from the horse's mouth, but I do listen to the trees as they talk when the wind blows. Showed me was, Kamara was 60% at best, 70%. I think the dude's 100% now, and 100% Alvin Kamara is dangerous. He knows how to run.
4 touchdowns.
Yeah. Do I see 4 touchdowns from him again next week?
Probably.
Absolutely.
Yes, he's
That's-
playing the
that's-
Eagles. Yes.
That's his breakout. Yeah, we'll get to the Eagles. Don't worry.
So again, are the Cowboys that bad or are the Saints that good?
No, I think
it's both.
I think it's more the Saints. This is what happens when Derek Carr doesn't turn the ball over. Can we agree?
And he was throwing dots. He was
I mean,
throwing dots.
Our biggest gripe on Derek Carr is that he's a 50-50 guy.
These last 2 games, even though, yes, I know it's Carolina was game 1,
Which is supposed to kill. Yeah.
But then he answered the question against the Cowboys, which arguably has one of the top defenses.
No, I think what makes your question, and forgive me if this comes off awkwardly, but I want to say relevant or more relevant than just the fact that a really great person is asking the question, was Arizona's beatdown of Dallas last year, and was this just Dallas
the second coming of the same situation?
The second coming of the same situation, absolutely. And I think maybe that's what brought the question on, and I love
Let's
that.
be honest.
I
The end
love
of the
that.
season last year, getting their ass kicked by Green Bay.
Yeah, it looked exactly like that.
Exactly like
100%.
this.
Yeah.
It's just what Dallas is.
But did Dallas fix anything or change? They
I'm
lost.
like, clearly
pieces.
they didn't do anything because,
they didn't do anything to
Of
so
any
what made
team
us think-
in free agency and in the draft.
I'm like, they didn't do
the
anything
Ravens are
significant
gonna-
to move the needle.
So specifically next week, Ravens at the Cowboys, I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, and the Ravens are one of these 0-2 teams.
There's
They
no
are-
way Baltimore
there's
is
no
going to
way.
lose that game.
There's no way
They can't go
Baltimore's
0-3. They
Have
can't
you
go
seen?
0-3.
Have you seen that stat about teams going into week 2? So they're saying that teams that start the season 0-2 have a 5% chance of making the playoffs.
Yes. Now, I do you think the Ravens are an anomaly?
I'm like,
strike here. They would have to be
The
formula
losing
for
to
an
the
anomaly.
Raiders was just one again. Did not see that. I can give you the loss to Kansas City just because it's Kansas City for Baltimore. It's Kansas City. I'm saying, but
I mean,
losing
you
to
shouldn't have
Baltimore,
lost. But
The officials
Right.
beat Baltimore, not.
but,
Well,
either,
yeah,
but I'm just
and
saying, but
Lamar
it's
Jackson being a
it's
good running
Kansas
back.
City, so you can
Yeah.
give some type of grace, a little
Yeah.
grace.
Yeah.
But losing to Las Vegas to Gardner Minshew,
Yeah.
that was on nobody's bingo card.
Speaking
touchdown,
speaking of which, Charles and I found his doppelganger.
Yeah.
Did you guys
yeah.
happen to see this guy?
No,
Think Gardner Minshew. Think Gardner Minshew.
Think-
that
think
mustache,
clo-
that luscious hair.
Close
Gardner
your
Minshew.
eyes. Close your eyes in 3, 2, 1. Open them up.
Boom.
Got you.
What the fuck?
who the hell is that?
That is the starting
me-
quarterback
tell
for
me
Kent
all-
State.
Tell me
Wait
the
a
Chew can find an
minute.
Amazonian and have
Yeah.
himself a baby.
That's his
The
little
Chew-
brother.
Well, I think he's
Amazonian.
Native American. He's from like maybe he's from South Dakota or North Dakota, but he's a hell of a ball player. He's got really good stats. I was looking him up earlier.
I don't think Baltimore is going to lose to the Cowboys. However,
Well,
we've noticed anything these last 2 weeks. Anything is freaking possible at this
Football is
point.
football, baby. But
Yeah.
you would have to assume week 3 is your get right week now. We're entering, as much as nobody wants to admit it, you can't lose the season on week 3, but you can derail your season on week 3.
I'm like,
Yeah.
0-3, as much as people know, it's just 3 games. That's a big hill to climb. That's the difference between a division champion and a wild card
Yep.
spot and missing the
Especially
playoffs.
losing games that you should win, or
You
at
know what I'm
least get
saying?
beat to
Like,
win.
Yeah.
these losses now start to stack up. Are you going to be in a wild card spot, miss the playoffs, win a division? Like these, now it's to the point, it's like, okay, we can't just keep losing like this because now every game matters at this point. Even at this early in the season, because now you're 0-2. The Bengals are 0-2. The Ravens, like the AFC North is upside down.
Steelers being 2-0 is crazy. Now, I don't want to hear anything about Justin Fields. Nothing. The Steelers are 2-0 with one damn touchdown. One.
There's
more
nothing
than the
you can
Bears
say
have
about
thrown,
Steelers
but
anyway. So
one damn touchdown.
What did I say before the NFL draft? What did I always say?
Oh, you should have kept
I
Fields.
didn't. We should have
Yeah.
kept Fields.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. We shied away from it last weekend, and you have to do something for us to talk about you on this show. And you know what? The Bears have done something, my friend.
Shit.
They have put another
Shit.
quarterback
They're setting
in
records.
the
Come on.
same damn situation. They should be. Listen, if it wasn't for Porno Kid throwing the absolute worst interception I've ever seen for a pick six in my entire life, the Bears would be 0-2 right now. So as much as, oh yeah, a win's a win with the Titans, the team didn't get that win, right? Like a 1/3 of that or 2/3 of the team. Regardless.
Half the team deserved that win.
Two-thirds of the team diverse. Defense and special teams. Defense and special teams won us that game.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't want to start with the Bears defense because it's so great to talk about for a minute, because it's got a lot of really great pieces. I would rather end our Bears segment on something good. And that's coming from a Packer fan, because I got a lot of really terrible, I don't want to say terrible things to say, but reality.
Oh, it's terrible. I'm going to say it. I'll say it.
Toot my own horn. I don't want to say terrible because
no, it was terrible. You call a spade.
I did send you some numbers. Go ahead, Patrick.
The sad thing is that defense was good enough for them to win the game if they just got a little more effort on the offense.
And this is the crazy thing. This is the crazy thing. Like Patrick said, we held a Super Bowl contending quarterback to 19 points on offense. That's not that. I'm like, I don't want to look over that. Right. And we've had plenty of opportunities on offense to capitalize. So many 3-and-outs or stopping them after a couple of drives in a series that it cut them short. They couldn't make it past the 50-yard line, stuff like that. And it's just
9 sacks, 2 picks, a fumble, 267 yards through 2
and 7 out of those 9 sacks was on Sunday.
Yeah.
That offensive line is booty, trash, garbage.
I think sacks need to start being looked at as a shared stat. Were some of those sacks on that offensive line? Absolutely, and I
the way that he flew in and just smacked him. Nobody blocked him.
I can't.
Did they set the record? Did Fields get sacked more times in a game, or did Caleb Williams take that title from him? I think Williams took the title from him.
I don't know.
At this point, listen. It doesn't matter because in 3 years,
sacks is incredible.
It doesn't matter because in 3 years, another quarterback's going to break the record
for the Chicago Bears.
For the Bears,
yeah. Because if we don't address this offensive line by immediately, it's going to be the same shit every single year.
Well, the thing is, they supposedly were supposed to fix the offensive line.
Clearly, in 2 games, that hasn't happened.
We are recognizing that what he was terrible at in college, he's
not any better.
Terrible at in the NFL because he's no longer the greatest athlete on the field. When you're the greatest athlete on the field at that time, your athleticism allows for the ability to cover those mistakes.
Arguably, he's probably not even the greatest athlete on their offense. Would you say that's not DJ Moore or Odunze?
Honestly, or DeAndre Swift.
Did you see? I don't know if you guys saw this. I was going to make a video of it. But did you see Rome doing almost jumping jacks for the football in the third quarter? He didn't have a guy with it 15 yards.
He was invisible on Sunday.
One of the last drives when he missed that out to DJ Moore, it was gorgeous. DJ Moore did everything he was supposed to do. He got the defender on the inside.
Yeah.
He broke his ankles on the inside. He had over 5 yards of separation. He had green grass and the sideline available, and the ball is 10 yards to the outside.
Here you go, Paul.
Which is normal.
We'll leave you with something positive and move on.
Before you say that positive, I want to say one thing. Before you say that wonderful, beautiful positive. So today I went across this. I'm in a Bears group that sometimes I question.
You put yourself through that.
Almost every Packer group that's invited me.
This guy posted this post complaining about DJ Moore, how he's a piece of shit and everything because he wouldn't sign his nephew's autograph. And I'm like, and that he's talking shit about Caleb Williams to Tyson Badgett. And I'm like, first of all, name me one diva receiver that doesn't complain that they're not getting enough targets.
Yeah, I expect a big game from Jamar Chase this week.
And so I asked him to show me the video. He said there's a viral video of him talking shit about Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
It's just him walking past Badgett saying, "Hey, I need you." And I'm like, "Sir, one, clickbait as a motherfucker."
Number
one,
you do it, baby.
Number two, if I'm DJ Moore and I'm getting those unrealistic targets, I'd be pissed off too.
Yeah, they need
Like,
to call the
what do
Giants
you-
to get that jug machine Malik Neighbors
So-
was using.
I'm like,
It's working for him.
DJ Moore,
It's working for him.
DJ Moore, do I
Yeah,
think
Malik's
DJ Moore is
dog.
toxic? I'm like, no. Do I believe DJ Moore is upset? Rightfully. I'm like, look what the fuck he has.
Who is that defender that left last year? Swift or something? Sweat? No,
Is it
somebody-
Montez Sweat? Montez
No,
Sweat?
No, he got added.
You had a defender added. but
No,
he was
Jalen
added-
Johnson wanted to leave,
Yeah, somebody wanted to leave.
but
yeah.
we ended up extending him. He got a contract extension in the offseason. But Jalen Johnson is the one that wanted to get traded.
There's a reason why that defense is as good as it is. They kept a lot of pieces that were good last year.
The defense is not the issue, and it's never going to be an issue.
We actually have the game plan for what's going to happen to the Bears this season.
We're gonna
We
get
saw it
owned.
we saw it last year when Aaron Rodgers went down for the Jets. Now I don't want to compare this year's Bears defense to that Jets defense, but on paper, we're
Pretty
talking
comparable.
plus or minus 5 on every position, if not equal. So it's pretty comparable. And you'll have a pretty decent start to the season. You'll win games you should, not how you want to win them, but you'll be happy that you won them. And then your defense is going to start getting pissed that the offense is doing fucking nothing. You'll have some kind of tear in the locker room, but old boy will tell them to keep their shit clean. You guys should be fine. Like, as long as he's
I'm
in
not
there,
holding my breath.
as long as he's in there being a great leader and ensuring that the locker room is a place where you can bring women and children, I think your football team's going to be just fine.
The positive thing that I was going to bring up, and Charles reiterated it, these are all fixable, coachable things that they can do. He just has to be willing to listen and to be able to accommodate the coach's decisions and actions and put it into place. It's not going to happen overnight. Maybe 3-4 games from now, he actually hits those passes.
Now, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer.
I say something positive, and then Charles is going to bring it
You're
back
doing-
down.
I'm sorry.
You're
I'm
literally
sorry.
doing the opposite of a compliment sandwich, you
Yeah.
jackass.
I know. What Patrick said was beautiful, but the interaction between Caleb Williams and CJ Stroud at the end of the game.
Oh, that pissed me off. That pissed me off.
That the individual isn't willing to listen and he's not willing to learn.
As soon as I saw that clip, I was like, this fucker's too cocky.
I'm just and I want to believe Patrick. I do
Yeah.
because I want the NFC to
I
be
saw that,
competitive.
Charles. I saw
But
that,
between-
Charles. Yeah, it was
Between
terrible.
What has been coming out about him in college and what we had discussed and seeing videos of him during losses after college, and now here he is again. Oh, do we have to wait 7 years for him to grow up? Are the
I
Bears
would
going to wait
rather
7 years for him to grow up?
Honestly, I'd rather have Tyson Badgett at this point.
And again, I want to believe what Patrick was saying. I do.
I said he's
Every
got to
piece
be
of me-
willing to listen. I
Yeah.
didn't say he
Yeah.
was going
No,
to
and
listen.
yeah.
You know.
and that's
That-
that's what reminded me of that video. But
I
do agree
watched
with
that
you guys.
today.
I do.
I watched that clip between him and CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
He's
where
shaking
CJ
hands
had to grab him by the shoulder. And go,
Like,
hey,
when
come
I
here and
tell
listen.
when I tell you I wanted to smack the shit out of Caleb Williams to my phone, I was like, sir, this is a guy that's won Rookie of the Year. He's proven himself already in the
anomaly,
league.
bro.
He's
like,
if it
he's a
wasn't
really
Wolves-
good guy too.
Like he's trying to give you some advice.
Minus
And
Ohio
he's,
State.
I was like,
It's
I
the
got
Ohio
you.
State thing.
But I'm just saying, he's like, his response to CJ Stroud, yeah, I got you. All right, man, stay up. Sir,
Yeah.
get in front of him. He's trying to talk to you.
Yeah. Exchange jerseys, motherfucker.
Like,
Yeah, that's
you ain't
probably what
gonna
he's
be
trying to
a
do.
You ain't
dick.
gonna be doing that for a while, man.
And that's why his ass has his jersey on the door. So when I
Yes.
open it, it hangs to the wall. You don't even get a fucking hanger. You're just hanging on a hook. It's
You
not
gotta
even
earn it.
untucked. It's
You
just
gotta earn it.
Yeah.
So now before we do get on to the we have talked the defense, but I do want to talk a little more. Did you see progression from week 1 or week 2? Now, if you're just a blind person looking at Braille and reading the stats, week 1 he had 93 yards, and week 2 I think he had 57 yards or something.
The
like that.
offensive line's pass blocking regressed. That is not a question. Granted, they went up against a better defense. They definitely
Nope.
regressed. They
he
fell
had
back on the
one
things that
good
caused the issues.
drive when we scored the touchdown. That drive, how he was reading and he was making the right decisions. But it's
So there's glimpses.
Talent. The talent
Okay,
is there.
it's-
It's
That's
decisions.
all we're looking for.
am I jumping off the ship?
No, you were never on that ship. You
No.
can't jump off a ship you weren't on. I'm just saying.
You are not
you were
wrong.
one of the most realistic Bear
Paul
fans
is
I know,
in the
bro.
safety boat next to the ship,
I'm
making sure it
I'm
doesn't
on
go
that-
down.
I'm on
Paul was driving the
tugboat.
tugboat.
Yeah.
That motherfucker up the
I'm on the tugboat trying to get this thing to go straight.
With road flares in hand, just in
Yeah.
case the Coast Guard
So
comes save
it's
you.
just
Get the fuck out of the way. This has got to
Wait.
go.
I think the biggest takeaway that pissed me off the most, outside of just the offensive line just being bad, like the fact that we had a sheer shot and not just tying this game with almost just a little. We literally had the 2-minute drill that you practice every day at practice. 2-minute drills.
If you're Kansas City, you practice it multiple times a day at practice every day during the week.
And it's
Here's the kicker.
It was bad.
Yes, he was the number 1 draft pick. Yes, he was the Heisman, and that's a Heisman Trophy winner, and that's fantastic.
Look at Bryce Young.
But in the very beginning, you weren't hearing enough about football, which means there's a lot to unfold with this individual. There's a lot of talent there, but there's going to be a lot of work on this uncut gem.
Yeah,
and when you're in practice and you're practicing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like in theory, you can only work. You don't even practice Monday now because that's your off day.
Yeah.
So you start game planning Tuesday for the next. You're not in a position where you can take time in that practice week to fix 10 things.
No, you got to take it one step at a time.
You could create a game plan around a handful of things he does good and one thing you're hoping to improve on, and you're hoping that the defense continues to give you a chance to win. Because if the defense continues to keep people under 23 points, because in the NFL, 21 points right now, you should win, right? And it's basically your great teams are scoring 21 plus points, and their defenses are holding teams to under 21 points. For example, in the Eagles game, 75% of the league had allowed more points at that point in time in the game than the Eagles did. So to say that the Eagles defense is in the 25 percentile, right? So to say that the Eagles defense is trash, was it a ridiculous move? And we'll get to that in a second. But so the defense, it needs to continue to be the focus. But honestly, as a Packer fan, as an analytical fan from the outside, I'm watching the same Bears team with a different number at quarterback.
Yep.
Except that number at quarterback knew how to get out of the pocket faster, and he didn't make his offensive line look so bad. I think Caleb needs to throw his offensive line under the bus so he can wake up to his offensive line beating the shit out of him, and then the next week he'll be okay and he'll get out of that pocket a little faster. Because these sacks, as much, yes, the Bears' offensive line is terrible. We said that all offseason. We said you got all these pieces, but you didn't fix the one thing you needed to ensure time to get to these pieces. Yeah, you've got a great deep ball threat, but you don't have time to throw it 4 yards. You to the flat, screen pass, run, or get the fuck out of the pocket. That's the Bears this season. And how do you fix that? We don't get paid enough money to fix that. So it'll be interesting to see their attempt. I'm guessing you're in a position, right, where you're trading draft picks from next year.
You got to do something.
This is the position you're in. You're trading draft picks and cap space for next year. It's not, oh, hey, we can hold these draft picks and we'll have a lot of salary cap next year. Let's just get through this season because you're destroying another fucking quarterback.
You know what? This is the last thing I'm going to say. This, I don't want to talk about him no more because I'm just going to punch my screen.
Yeah.
If Poles doesn't figure it out either by the time this season is over, before the trade deadline, I'm almost certain him and Eberflus will be gone this offseason.
That's going to be terrible.
Yeah, you don't want turnover like that.
This is the blueprint that we do every 3 years.
It is, but at some point it's got to change. At some point, this isn't on the coaching staff. This is on the certain players.
Not executing,
Yeah.
Yes, no, I agree.
How many years can you blame it on the coach?
A few episodes ago, Patrick, weren't we talking about Justin Fields? Was it Justin Fields having? Oh no, it was Jalen Hurts.
Let's roll this right into the Justin Fields. We'll give them we'll give them their little couple minutes of
absolutely
of shine here. They're 2-0 with Justin Fields at the helm. They've got a possible Hall of Famer behind him that it might possibly not even play this year. From what it's looking, he's not going to be healthy. Wilson is just Who
And I
knows?
think
He's
if Justin
hearing you
Fields keeps
say-
playing the way
Has
that he's
anybody-
playing, he's going to take over.
Is Russell Wilson a Hall of Famer?
Is Russell Wilson? He's got to be. He won a Super Bowl. He's got
He's
he's
a
got
cringe
Hall of Fame
Famer.
stats. But here's the other thing. What was he doing the other night? He was on the sidelines with.
Full
He
pads.
was not in the game. He was in pads, and he had freaking war paint on his face. Like, what the
I
hell's
don't
wrong
know.
with this guy? Is he okay upstairs?
I don't think so.
Hold on. Before we deep dive into this, I need to save you guys real quick. That in the new NFL rules established over the last couple of years due to Brock Purdy being injured in that championship game, there is now what's known as the emergency quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I.
And he's padded up and whatnot in a situation.
Yeah, but he was not. He was on the injured list. He couldn't. He was
Is-
ineligible
Right, you
to
can
play.
still pad up
You
though,
can still-
and just
yeah.
in case.
He is considered.
How is
the
that
emergency-
possible? If you are
It's a new NFL rule they play.
inactive, how can you play?
I'm at some point in the show there'll be a pause. I'll dig into it. Hey, by the way, Brent Becker, our Lions fan, is available to be called for a 7 to 10 minute brief Lions conversation. Do you still have his number, Patrick?
I do not on that phone.
Okay.
You have to shoot it to me.
Yeah, but anywho, with this, while you're looking that up, I'll finish my piece and then I'll shoot you the number. We'll get Brent on here because I want to hear about Jared Goff's wonderful game. Ooh, I can't wait.
Disgusting.
But yeah, he's the emergency quarterback. Now, I'm a little fuzzy on why he's padded and why it just wouldn't be a situation on where he could go get padded. But I'm guessing if it was like he's injured or Fields gets injured and then the backup gets injured and he's got to come in, there probably isn't enough time for him to run to the locker room due to his injury and get all of his gear on and then run back out of the locker room. From my understanding, because yeah, I looked at that and I was laughing my ass off. It's an emergency quarterback, and it was a rule established due to Brock Purdy being knocked out of, I think it was the
NFC title game.
NFC
Yep.
title game. Yeah.
Because that's when CMC had to take over, and it did not.
Yeah, it was
Work out.
terrible.
It
Are you finding that same information on the internet?
It's not. If you're listed as an active, you're not allowed to play regardless. And he was listed as an active, but he was dressed on the sideline. They actually told him to go to the freaking locker room, is what I was told. I heard he wasn't even supposed to be out there.
So did he pull a Jameis Winston?
I think he did, because the emergency quarterback thing only allows you to have 3 quarterbacks. Emergency quarterback, you can have 3, and then the 54, he's got to be on the 53-man roster. You can only have 3 quarterbacks, the 4th being the blah, 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 blah. The backup quarterback cannot be an active player for the game. Yeah, what Charles is saying is 100%. But I thought he was ruled inactive for the game. That's
he was.
like,
He was out with his.
so that means he can't play.
Russell,
I don't think
emergency third quarterback Sunday. Russell Wilson inactive Sunday will be emergency quarterback. That's
How
right
can you
on
be inactive? And it says right in the
Because I think the only way you can get away with that is if you're not completely listed as out game day.
He's not on the
you're
IR.
listed.
Yeah.
If you're listed as long as you're listed as questionable or doubtful, you can still serve as a backup quarterback, as the emergency quarterback. But the second you get a straight out designation, that means you cannot play, period.
But isn't that inactive though? Means you're
That's
out?
inactive.
No,
Yeah,
not necessarily. If he's not out with an injury designation, meaning he's available to play, it's essentially they make him a healthy scratch, but he serves in an emergency role. So they may have done that because he was injured, but in order to, because they don't have another quarterback. They don't have a third quarterback on their roster like that.
Well,
so
that's the emergency quarterback. You could just take a wide receiver. Anybody has to be on the active roster.
Yeah, but you would have to. Yeah, but you're not gonna designate.
If you had a choice between just a random wide receiver or Russell Wilson, who you taking?
A random wide receiver.
The random wide receiver.
And that's why we talk on a podcast and we don't make millions on the sideline and the coaching.
Exactly.
Because we're taking who you just called, who we more or less puked on our mouths to agree, but a Hall of Fame quarterback.
I stay fringe.
Fringe Hall of Fame quarterback.
So, anyways, listen, It does look ridiculous though. It's
Yeah.
the most
still,
Russell
it's
Wilson
still the
thing
dumbest
ever.
thing I've ever
It's
seen
the
because
most Russell Wilson thing ever.
yeah,
Because Jameis Winston did the same thing in Florida State. The fool was suspended and came out in full pads. And Debo, what was his? Whatever the coach said, hey, dumbass, you're suspended. Take your ass back.
You're not allowed to play.
What
Shit!
really
Nobody told me.
What I really want to believe is the first day. All right, we're going with Fields. You'll be the emergency third. All right, so now we're in the locker room. Coaches come out.
You're not playing today.
Mike, Russell's got his fucking gear on.
What the
Go
fuck
tell
are we
him to
doing?
Take it off. All right, now I'm gonna go tell him to take it off.
No, you go tell him to take
So
it
now
off.
I'm going.
You
To,
tell
now
him
I
to
go
take
up
it
to
off.
Russell. I'm like, bro,
What are you doing?
man, listen. I know that you're the emergency third quarterback. What are you doing? Listen, if I have to play, bro, there's like
You ain't
come on.
playing.
So
You're
telling
the
me-
emergency for a reason.
So then Russell turns around. Check this out. Turns around.
Put my
You telling
paint
me
on.
there's no chance I'm going to play? No, Russ. There's a small. So there's a chance I'm going to play.
Yeah.
All right, Russ. I'll go tell
So you're telling me there's a chance?
He was not gonna play.
I've got to believe that's what happened, and everyone in the
Listen,
locker room was just okay with it.
I respect Russell Wilson as a human being, as a Super Bowl winning quarterback. However,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck happened in Denver that made this man go cuckoo nuts for Cocoa Puffs.
I knew his name was Nathaniel Hackett.
Oh, you're talking about the fact that Charles thought this was a second coming, huh?
Like,
It's not
Hey,
the
listen,
second
hold
coming. It's
on,
not a
we don't know
second
that
coming.
yet. We don't know that yet. He's still injured.
I don't know.
And
I never saw
statistically,
this
he had
guy
the
do
one
what
of
he
the
did.
largest.
does he have
2-yard
early
jump.
onset CTE that we can't see?
He's 36 years old playing quarterback already, and you got to give it to him. Bo Nix is out there trying.
So this is funny, right? So I guess because I'm not on Spectrum Internet, the baseball game I'm trying to watch in the office, I can't watch it. Program unavailable due to program restrictions, right? But every
Interesting.
time the team hits a home run, it pops up real quick, and I get to catch a glimpse of it. Of the home run. I know right now the Phillies are up 1-0 on the Brewers. you cheeky fuckers.
Unfortunately,
it's stupid
that's
that I gotta
the-
pay
that's the
for fucking
bypass.
baseball in my area, anyways.
Yeah.
The only games I've been able to catch living 93 minutes away from the Brewers baseball stadium is if they've been on TBS and I'm in the middle of my living room on a cable box.
They need to get rid of, they need to
What
give the
the
marketing
fuck?
back to the big name marketers. I don't care if it's going to cost them a shitload of money. Just put it back on TNT and
What
USA.
the hell
I don't give a shit.
happened?
What happened? We got completely screwed over in this deal. Every other team seems
we
like they at
got
least can
lazy.
get their market games. We can't even get our market games, which is
Well,
terrible.
I get to watch
For a
my
playoff.
Cubs play because I live in
Well,
a
I
whole
guess,
different
you know,
state.
Yeah.
I'm not blacklisted like you guys are.
But you know what? Baseball, and I
Yeah.
don't like to say this often, but I do like to tell the truth. And baseball and their ridiculous media standards has forced me to pirate.
Yep.
When I see people say, "Man, I can't believe I got to pay for this," I'm like, "Wait, you're still paying
Still
for
paying.
something?"
Wish you
I
didn't
would-
say that. I'm going to say I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I got fiber first for
Yeah.
cable.
Yeah. No, but there you go. It's the only way I get to watch baseball games. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you need to listen. I can get tickets to a Brewers game for $8. I can get tickets so cheap to a Brewers game or any baseball game around the country. other than the
Charles could buy
Yankees.
season tickets for $700 for the Brewers, and he has tickets every game. Every
And
game.
that would still be cheaper than buying the season pass to watch baseball.
Yeah.
The season pass for anything.
Be fun next year. You know what, Charles? Let's look into that. Let's look into buying 2 seats at the Brewer
Dude,
game.
so-
Just dirt cheap
or
seats, and
maybe
we could give them
bro.
away on the podcast for Brewer games. We'll get local people interested.
Listen,
That's a good idea too. But we
Next
could also do
summer.
Timber Rattlers. We could do Timber Rattlers. Do you know a suite in the Timber Rattlers is only $430, and it fits 14 people with a buffet?
Is that for the season?
No, oh God, no.
I want
that's
season
game.
tickets to the Brewers and be able to give them away.
next season I'm gonna be close enough to be able. Every time my Cubs come down, I can come watch.
Just play the Rangers.
Yep.
Yeah, I've always.
Yeah,
remember
you'll
that
be
movie
right.
Angels-
You'll be right near Ranger Stadium. Yeah.
Remember that movie Angels in the Outfield?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Classic.
I've always wanted to watch a baseball game. in a
Holy
tree through
funky
binoculars.
butt loving.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah. Yeah.
Baseball.
Yeah, oh my God.
It's got
Baseball's
spin there.
great.
Baseball's horrible. I fucking hate baseball.
Calm your tits. Okay, calm your tits.
I just,
Don't you put
it's
pineapple
so
on
boring.
pizza? You put pineapple
Yes.
on pizza, don't you?
I
I
do.
do. I love pineapple on pizza.
No,
it's
that's fine. Listen,
delicious.
whenever
You know what it
listen,
does?
I
It cuts
just
the
like to remind
acid.
the listeners every once in a while when you say something crazy that you put pineapple on pizza and everyone
I
is
do.
more comfortable with it.
I also
also
eat
eat-
pumpkin pie and
I
peach
also eat
cobbler.
pie. I used to eat pie and cobbler.
That
too, yeah.
side of the podcast got psychotic issues.
Well, we're in the wrong position anyway, so
Yeah.
No,
There.
no. Move it back.
we're gonna have a
Well,
West
so-
Coast, East Coast thing going on over here one of these days. We'll have to have a trivia episode or something, and we'll get the scores up here. Ding ding.
You know what we should do? We should do an episode. I did one of my old podcasts, like an Around the Horn episode, where we get a moderator and then we just each give our opinions and shit.
And then
Ooh.
face
And we can-
two, and then two face off at the end.
Yes.
I like that.
We got a moderator. You got to prove your points. Yeah, we can do that as a podcast. I don't think there actually is a podcast that actually does it from week to week, but I know that I don't know if it's Pat or if it's one of those other guys that does something similar.
I did it one time and it was dope, but I didn't have the format completely down, so it ended up becoming a shit show. But it was fun. I mean, I was the moderator. I had 5 people on. We did a wrestling Around the Horn.
Yeah.
It was cool as shit.
Okay, so we have 9 teams that are 0-2 right now.
What are they? Drop them.
Oh, no. All right, we'll do one around the horn. Paul, name them.
Name them. So we got.
Make it even better.
So
right, let's see.
you
Let's see how
got
many-
Kansas City, Seattle.
Whoa. Did you just say Kansas City?
I was like, Kansas City
You're
definitely
out
has to
already.
win.
You're already
Yeah,
Charles.
yeah,
Don't.
They got
Mike, your
lost?
turn.
Yeah,
Your turn.
no, you didn't listen to the question. Mute Paul. You didn't listen to the question. 0-2, baby. 0-2.
Oh, I
not
thought you said
2-0.
2-0. There's only 9?
Yeah, there's only 9. There's only 9. All right, KS. you're
Really?
up.
I thought there was more.
Yeah.
The only one that comes off rip, let's see.
Dude, one.
Baltimore
9.
is the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Tennessee is Tennessee. Oh, the Bengals.
All right, yep. Baltimore.
Is Tennessee 0-2 or are they 1-1?
You tell me, buddy.
Listen,
Yeah.
you asked me a question. That sounded like a question. I'm looking for an answer, baby.
I think Tennessee.
I wanna
but
redo.
That's where I'm
So
out.
you're gonna, Tennessee.
Ding, you got her. Yeah, that's 2.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's- that's
Tennessee.
3.
Well, you got 3. Yeah, you got 3 because you got 2 in the same division. All right. Yep.
Shit.
I'll give you a
The
hint.
Giants.
There are 3
Yep.
in the AFC South.
The Colts are 0-2.
Yep.
I think I'm out.
I want to redo.
Were you looking at ESPN now?
No, I'm not looking at nothing.
No, I believe you. All right, hit us.
All right, so
You did
Ba-
well there. You
Baltimore,
did well there.
Cincinnati, Titans,
Yes.
Rams,
Yes.
Giants, Jaguars, and the Colts. And then you got who else? Did I say Panthers already?
Nope. Ah, God damn it.
Panthers.
Here we go. 5 seconds. 4.
Broncos.
There it is. There it is.
I thought he said 2-0.
He goes, listen, baby, the Kansas City Chiefs.
With so much conviction, too. That's what made it even better. Yeah, you had a 2-0. Yeah.
Okay.
You had the 2-0 list down.
Of these 0-2 teams,
Yep.
who do we expect to see in the playoffs?
Baltimore.
Baltimore?
I can see that.
Just because the AFC's that weak over there.
Yeah. So
It's
the
not going to
list,
take much to come back from
the
that.
list
I
has Cincinnati
think-
with ESPN giving them a 43.2% chance.
That's a lot.
The Baltimore Ravens, number 2, coming in at 40%.
So they're saying the Bengals have a better chance?
Jaguars coming in at 3 with 23%, and all the numbers are very slim after that. So Cincinnati and Baltimore. Are we comfortable with this? Cincinnati and Baltimore looking for the.
Baltimore, I'm more comfortable with because they barely lost that Chiefs game. Barely.
I don't have any
Cincinnati.
faith in Cincinnati.
I don't think.
Well, Cincinnati barely lost that Chiefs game.
I don't
the
have.
defender made a play outside of a boneheaded move.
But who do you have more
Bengals
faith in
win.
right now, the Bengals or the Ravens to make
The Ravens.
To write that, there's too much talent on that team.
Yeah, I think the Ravens. I don't think they go anywhere in the playoffs, but I think they're going to get a playoff spot. I don't think Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati might come in like third in their division.
Yeah, I think one of us picked them to go dead last in their division. Honestly, I think we did it.
I picked Cleveland to be dead last.
Yeah, I picked the Steelers to have a rough season actually, and to be picking a really good.
We're gonna have to.
I still think that's gonna come.
We're gonna have to relive these takes
halfway through the season, around Thanksgiving, maybe the week before. Let's go rehash what we thought. Halfway point. I think we do have an. I think we do have an episode doing that.
Yeah,
that's gonna be cool to relive that one.
Episode. It was a couple months ago, I think it was.
I honestly don't have faith in Jacksonville making the playoffs either.
No, the list, the percentage on that, 23% for Jacksonville. You got.
In fact, I have more faith that the Saints might win double-digit games this year.
I think that was my biggest bust of the preseason picks, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I honestly would put the Rams before I put the Jaguars. Like I think the Rams
before I put the Jaguars.
They have a 10.3% chance right
now. The only thing is because Kupp's now gone, Puka's gone. They got no weapons on offense.
And Stafford looks like ass without those two.
How many times can he hand it off to Kyron Williams or throw it to him out of the backfield?
I know
who's got Kirk Cousins paid. Megatron got Stafford paid. That's
the Rams are going to have to go out and get somebody.
Got him to restructure his contract.
The Rams are definitely going to have to get somebody, but who at this point is anybody willing to get rid of? Because look, the thing with the NFL is the quarterback play in every sense of the word has been dog shit these past 2 weeks. From everybody, from the best quarterbacks outside of Josh Allen's.
If you had a 2 and only because Jordan Love is hurt, but if you had a 2 in your contract, these first 2 weeks have not been friendly to you.
Even Josh Allen was
on the left side of the contract.
Josh Allen was mid. Patrick Mahomes, as magical as he can look, it still wasn't like.
What do you have? 157 yards.
Can I give you the list of available wide receivers right now?
Oh, this is going to be bad.
All right, Michael Thomas is still out there. Man, did that guy fall from grace? Holy crap! Ever since he had that freaking
toe injury,
toe injury, never came back. Hunter Renfrow, remember Corey Davis from Tennessee? Julio Jones still out there.
Hunter Renfrow might not be a bad pickup for the Rams.
Randall Cobb still
or
available.
The Eagles.
Chase Claypool.
I thought Cobb retired and Claypool
is a cancer.
Oh, these are still available. Willie Snead, another old Texan.
I can see
Miles Boykin.
Julio Jones will be a Ram.
Renfrow.
If I'm picking,
Renfrow.
I'm getting them both.
Didn't Kansas City just sign? They signed a running back. Kareem Hunt.
Well, they're signing Kareem Hunt because of Pacheco.
Yeah. Tight ends though, Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham didn't retire. He's still out there, huh?
He needs to walk away.
So these are check this list of available tight ends. A couple of these guys are legit. Jimmy Graham, CJ Zuma, Logan Thomas, Irv Smith. Those guys were all good, really good. Those were Pro Bowl.
CJ Uzama. The problem with CJ Uzama is he can't block. He's not a blocker at all.
What played for Cincinnati, correct? I think he was.
He was signed to. Billy signed him this offseason, but we cut him before week 1.
When was the last time you said Jimmy Graham's name other than on a contract list?
That's true.
That dude hasn't had a great
look up the list of edge rushers
Greece.
because that's what I need to pay attention to.
Best edge free agents: Yannick Ngakoue, Marquise
Yannick
Hayes,
Ngakoue,
Shaq Lawson's out there.
God bless you.
Yes, Rasheem Green, Derek Rivers, Shane Ray, Ellerson Smith.
Yannick Ngakoue could be interesting because fucking Bryce Huff is trash. Nolan Smith got beat up by Bijan Robinson.
I think with him, it's just more of a veteran minimum thing. Is he going to take that to play, or is he waiting for like some team to just give him a bunch of money?
This is the fun side.
This is the high side.
So goddamn. Fuck out. Fucking football is stressing me out.
Yeah, as a
Listen,
Philly
that's
fan,
why that's why I had to take a piece of gummy today, because after this weekend, listen.
Oh no, I have to go
I
to
just wanna-
work. That's the only reason I'm not hot.
This is the only thing I'm going to say about this weekend. This weekend was fantastic outside of the Bears things. Texas won, got moved up to number 1 in the rankings. I won all my fantasy leagues. Like the Cowboys lost, the Saints won. It's just one little blip. Just one little blip.
NFC South is looking super competitive. Tampa's 2-0.
The AFC
the
South
Saints
only has
is-
one team that's got to win.
Saints
Everybody
are
else is
2-0.
0-2.
I'm like, Kirk is still
Atlanta's
Kirking.
1-1. Yeah, but this is the thing, right? Last night was a big fucking wake-up call for what they need to do with Kirk. Put him under center. Let him get his running backs the ball. Like, I don't care
Bijan
what.
was eating, man.
Statistically, Kirk Cousins has always been great in a clean pocket. But there are a billion analytical numbers showing you that he is a terrible quarterback under duress, and he very easily gets agitated in the pocket.
Yeah.
And all you have to do, you just have to agitate
Pressure.
him. And
Just
on
pressure him.
on that final drive, there was nothing. Now,
No,
again,
not just the final drive. It was all night.
All night
But-
and all season. The game really
Both
against the
teams.
Packers as well.
We
Both
can all
teams,
agree,
that's-
though.
Yeah. I
Both
think
teams,
field
if you look,
positions-
yeah. If you look, both teams only had 1 sack and only had 3 or less pressures. Like,
Yeah.
offensive lines dominated last night, which they shouldn't have. But here's the problem with Philly's defensive line right now. Jalen Carter is eating double teams, and George Davis, for some ungodly fucking reason, doesn't know how to fucking take advantage of Jalen eating those double teams. Because if you look, every time Jalen Carter was single coverage, he got pressure on Kirk Cousins, which resulted in Kirk overthrowing fucking, what's his nuts, Drake London. He overthrew a bunch of fucking people when Jalen Carter was single coverage, but no offensive line is going to single coverage Jalen Carter. It's not happening. You'd be fucking retarded to. So
Right.
Philly has no pass rush, none. When we lost Hassan Reddick, that was our edge guy. Nolan Smith, for some ungodly reason, in 2 years hasn't developed a fucking move outside of trying to bull rush, and he's only 239 pounds. You're not big enough to bull rush people. Brandon Graham, who hit the shit out of Kirk Cousins yesterday, is fucking 37 years old, and he got a sack. Like, and our only official sack came from our second string defensive tackle. Like, Bryce Huff looks like a complete bust. He can't stop the run. He can't cover. Like, it's about time. You have to pull him out and put Jalix Hunt in and give the kid a chance and see, okay, did we fuck up with Bryce Huff, which is looking like it, because through 2 weeks, he's gotten 2 pressures in 2 weeks. As an edge rusher, that's fucking unacceptable. As a $50 million edge rush, that's way unacceptable.
I just
Like,
sent you
Eagles-
Brett's number on Facebook.
The Eagles defense looked like Quinyon Mitchell looks great, but Darius Slay, he's cooked. This is it's got to be his last year. He's done. That last drive, he got burnt on the simplest fucking out route by Drake London because he wasn't paying attention. Like, I love Darius Slay. He's done amazing shit for the Eagles. He's been a great captain, but he cannot be a starting cornerback anymore. You have Quinyon Mitchell, make him CB1. You have Keely Ringo, who in the offseason, during the preseason, was making plays all over the ball. Put him at CB2, and then put DeJean in the fucking slot and let the youth movement run it, because these old guys ain't working anymore. Why the fuck is Darius Slay playing 10 yards off in a fucking 2-minute drill instead of you're not a safety, you're a cornerback. Play and press at the fucking line. Stop him from doing something. But no, you get cooked every time because you're giving him a 10-yard fucking cushion. This shit doesn't make any sense, man.
And the Eagles really, I mean, going back and looking at the game also, coming up here shortly, we'll have Brent Becker on our newly designated fan segment, Hearing from the Fan, the Detroit Lions. Something really, two questions I have around the referees in the Philadelphia game was, for one, when old boy took his helmet off in celebration, I thought that was hilarious. And then for them, and like he did his part, it was like, oh, no, it came off. And then the other ref was like, well, hey, maybe it came off. And they're like, hey, we're in Philly, we'll give it to you. And then the media team had to cut to the commercial shortly because it was literally about to show him take his fucking helmet off and start running. So AJ Brown and old boy have this bad boys like thing where they shoot guns. And then Drake London got a personal foul for shooting guns. What's the difference?
There's no difference. Those refs last night were trash.
Okay. So where the hell did that penalty come from and why? Because you could have thrown this very same fucking penalty when old boy did his celebration without AJ Brown because I missed my dude. That's cool, but what the fuck was going on in Philly?
It's all retarded. Like it's ridiculous. Like that whole fucking Jalen. Look, I have to say this because I gave Jalen stupid amounts of shit for the Brazil game because he made two really poor decision throws on the picks to Xavier McKinney and Jair Alexander. This game, Jalen played a fantastic game, almost 100 yards rushing. He had that sick touchdown pass to Smitty. His interception came playing hero ball in the last 20 seconds of a game, which was dumb, but it's not like it wasn't a shitty decision read. He knew what he was doing. And they're fucking.
It kind of was. You could have taken the flat or the outside and.
Not on the very. Yeah, I don't know.
43 seconds. There's not 12 seconds or.
I don't know. It was all. But this is what kills me, right? We have Saquon Barkley, and he drops the pass. Okay. You brought it up off camera, Charles. Saquon drops passes. He's a running back. He's not a wide receiver. It happens.
Yeah. I mean, that's 2021. He's got 26 drop passes. 16 or 26. I think it's 26.
Something like that.
Yeah.
The other thing is you still had only 3 yards to go. So instead of kicking a field goal, why not run it with Saquon?
So analytically, you had if you kicked the field goal, you had a 90% chance to win.
Yep.
If you ran it on third down and ran it on fourth down, you had a 95% chance to win. But you still had a 90% chance to win no matter what. Even if you made the absolute worst decision or the worst thing happened and all you did was kick a fucking field goal,
right?
You still analytically had a 90% chance to win. At the start of the drive, on the opposite side of this, 90% chance to win. That means the Falcons had a 10%. No, the Falcons had a 0.7% chance to win until that first throw to Mooney. Right? And those numbers don't make sense. Trust me. We've been looking at them a long time and they never fucking make sense.
It killed me because the defense had come up big. CJ made that stop where, yes, he probably took his helmet off on a 4th and 1.
There's no problem. He slid that thing all the way off.
Yeah.
Both
hands went up underneath it, bro, and he went, boop.
The closest you're going to get to me admitting that is probably. Anyways.
Okay, all right. You know what? Fair.
But what kills me is we have Vic Fangio, supposedly this defensive guru. Cool. All right. I like Vic Fangio. But he's playing soft.
Am I, Patrick?
Was that?
I said I'm not putting you on the spot, am I?
Oh no, I said send him the phone number. I am
okay. Yeah.
I don't know if it works as well if I call, because then I can I can answer the phone call on the. I sent you my phone number.
Okay.
Because then I'll be able to answer it, and then I'll be able to turn it up from there. Because I see here.
What killed the Eagles, and this will be the last thing I say about it, but what killed the Eagles was, one, not taking the 3 points when we did when we went for it in the first quarter.
He felt like we needed a touchdown, not
which is
take the lead.
Fucking retarded. And then you're not going to go for it, at least the first down, which would have absolutely iced the game on the most crucial play of the game. It was just bad decision making from the coach. Obviously, Saquon dropping doesn't help either.
The play was the right play. He was wide open. You actually ran that play earlier, the exact same play.
Yeah,
earlier,
and he caught it. And he caught it,
and it worked. Okay, but AJ Brown's gone. But you mean to tell me that Kellen Moore's? I had this thought taking the wife to work, and I'll die by it. Kellen Moore is in a position to take a head coaching job.
Yeah,
you guys hear him?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, hey, we got Brent on the line.
Can Brent hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, hey, what up, my buddy? How are you?
What's up, my brother? How's it going, man?
Hey, for all of our listeners out there, this is a Mr. Becker, who resides in the state of Michigan, has been a lifelong Lions fan. For those of you may remember his voice from season 1, we heard him briefly there. How are you, and how's the family?
I am doing pretty good. Just staying busy as always, and the family's doing great too.
That's fantastic. Tough game this weekend, eh, buddy?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it was. Defensive wise, it was good, but offense was not there. Yeah.
So, are we happy that we got this game out of the way early? The Tampa Bay played Detroit very tough last year as well in the playoffs, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that they got this out of the way, got the mistakes out of the way, and watching mistakes that Goff and the rest of the offense did, and Ben Johnson. I'm happy for that. But we went through this exactly last year in week 2 against Seattle. It was one of those coulda, woulda, shoulda games, and if they would have stuck to the game plan, I felt like that they could have taken over easily in the second half, which they didn't.
So early in the season, Brett, one of my biggest issues with the Detroit Lions is I feel that they're playing with fire on 2 burners. And what I mean by that is at times you have questionable calls by Dan Campbell in games where Jared Goff is playing magically, playing like he absolutely earns every dollar of the new contract. But then on the flip side, you have games where Jared Goff is like, hey, man, did you wake up on Saturday and forget you were playing football on Sunday? And Dan Campbell's playing a masterpiece on the sideline. Do you see that as a fan watching on Sundays at times where you're just like, hey, if they were on the same page, this could be just way better?
I feel not towards more of Campbell. I feel more of putting my bullseyes on Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
Because like last year, and you saw it against the Rams 2 weeks ago, was that they did good in the first half. Third quarter comes up, they lay an egg. They just go flat. And then the fourth quarter, we got to play football again. They go up and dominate in the fourth or in overtime, like against Los Angeles. I feel that.
Can we pause for a second? How was that as a fan watching your team in overtime? 7 out of 8 plays, run the ball right down their throat, and then end the game exactly how they wanted to. How was that?
It was awesome because in the third quarter, all you're doing telling the TVs, telling them to run the damn ball.
Well, how'd that work out?
This is a basic problem for a lot of fans. Run the ball.
Yeah. And finally, I don't know, who is it? Paul, who's a Chicago's fan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Montgomery.
Yeah, I miss him.
Run the damn ball and give him the ball. And you could just tell he was on it. And
he carried that drive for you guys. And when I saw him, I was just like, that could have been us.
Why do they keep giving the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs? Why are we expecting a 60-40 split at some point in time?
That's what I was going to go to because of Ben Johnson. Okay, what happened last year? What was their offensive mindset last year? It was run the ball, run the ball, run the ball.
Laporta.
St.
Brown.
Play action.
Play action. That's what Goff is good at. It's a play action. He throws it to
He's really
Laporta,
good at play action. Yeah.
Brown. They have not done this year, these 2 games at all. There is no Laporta. Granted, the Rams defense covered him up pretty good, But
And tight
Laporta's
ends in
good
general
enough
this season, it seems like the NFL came together and was like, yo, we're going to F over tight ends.
it must be in the script. I don't know.
Yeah,
We might
yeah.
have to, yeah, we might have to wait till
Yeah.
later. But that's the issue. Is so far these last 2 games, offensive wise, they are just okay. They realize that they got these superstars. I'll say superstars. Let's just throw it.
No, they
there.
are.
You got Brown, Gibbs, Montgomery, and then you got Jameson Williams, and you got Laporta on the offense. Then you got the offensive line, which is probably the top 3 offensive line in the league.
Yeah, easily.
If not the top.
Scariest.
So
yeah.
And
It's a long day for defensive linemen.
And I just feel like Johnson's just we're just gonna do this, do that, do this, make it look awesome.
What's confusing with the Laporta issue is, yes, I know you got St. Brown and you got Jameson Williams and all that, like you stated, but seeing that the season he had as a rookie last year, the fact that you wouldn't capitalize that moving into this year, I don't get it. Because Laporta was a big weapon for y'all last year.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Do we think that Ben Johnson's work interviews were one-sided and people felt like he was a one-sided offensive coordinator and he's trying to add to his pool of Swiss Army-ness?
I honestly don't know.
I hope
I
not.
honestly don't know. I hope not either, but you never know.
Have you heard anything in local news about St. Brown and what looked to be like a pretty significant injury to end that game?
He's fine. What they say is a contusion or a cramp.
Okay,
but
good.
That's about it.
Good.
But
you expect, to be honest with you, you expect a cramp.
Look, he had broken cartilage last year and he played. So he's not going to let a cramp or contusion stop him from playing.
It's just watching it, I'm like, man, there's 4 or 5 people in the NFL who would be out there with one of those metal rods that you stick in a rebar. You can have a rebar sticking out his chest and he's still running his route well. So it was, as a Packer fan, I'm like, all right. But I don't play you until...
How do you think we felt when Jordan Love went out? Like, hey, you're telling me I have a chance.
Let me jump in real quick, fellas. I got to go to work. Y'all have a good night. I enjoyed it.
Hey, Mike, so we love you, man. We love you. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
See ya.
All right.
How is the fandom around the Detroit Lions in your local area? How are the conversations? How are things as a Detroit Lions fan these years?
It's pretty much Super Bowl or bust type of talk.
Ooh.
That's what it is around here. And that's what they said after they lost to San Francisco last year. Was that?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Ooh. Oh gosh. After last week, it was like shit, the same old Lions.
You don't want to be drinking that Kool-Aid too hard, though. Come on, you got to take it easy.
There's not a lot of football minds that I love, but I trust your opinion, so I'm excited to hear it.
Last year, remember I called last year, I predicted that they were going to go 12-5, and guess what? They went 12-5.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Damn.
We were excited to have you're the first voice on our new fan segment this season.
Yeah. So I expect them to go 12-5 again. I'm just laying out there. I was just there. They got good teams playing. They got to go to Arizona, who's been playing pretty good offense at least, I think. But anyways, I do expect them to be in the playoffs, deep into the playoffs. Am I going to say Super Bowl? No, I don't know. I really don't know about that.
Let the fan come out. Just one time. Let the fan come out. You deserve it.
We're going to win the fucking Super Bowl. We're going to play some kneecaps.
Are you going to you're going to get a tattoo? We're going to get a Super Bowl tattoo?
Yeah. Oh, no, I would.
I'll get a lion tattoo on my ankle if they win the Super Bowl this year.
Charles, remember that bet we had going with the Colorado Buffaloes? We would get a Colorado Buffalo tattooed across our chest.
Yeah, listen, that's why I said a tiny tattoo on my ankle. There's actual chance the Lions win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to see it on my ankle.
My grandfather was a Lions fan. I would not feel that bad about it. I actually probably would look at it with pride.
Water shoes at the beach, so nobody ever sees it.
Hey, aren't you a Packers fan? What is that?
Yeah. my spirit animal.
It's a little memento.
Definitely not my sleep animal. Samsung.
That's to remind me not to make a bet with a Lions fan again.
No.
So, what are you hoping to see from the NFC North, Brent? I want to get you one more question in.
What I expect to see?
Yes.
I'm surprised that Minnesota and Sam Darnold
We're
right
all
now.
surprised.
There we go.
2-0.
There we go.
The resurgence
That
of
is
Sam
true.
Darnold, that coaching staff is fantastic.
I think it's more the coaching staff. Kevin O'Connell,
Yeah.
he's a good coach. And same with Green Bay. Matt LaFleur, he is a good coach too.
Yeah.
A good coach, Matt Eberflus.
No comment. But no, I do expect. I hope love to get back soon for you guys to play some ball.
Words
I
are
do
that
expect
he
it.
could be back this week. Yeah. Yeah, local news media.
Okay,
I don't think that's Russian.
I think that's
Green Bay,
Russian.
He's not going to be back this week. But the reports are coming out that I don't expect to see him for Tennessee, but I do. What do we have? The Rams after that. I expect to see him for the Rams game actually.
Yeah, I can see that.
So 12-5 and
12?
the NFC North winners.
Yeah, I can see that. Overall, I think
wouldn't blink
overall
an eye at that.
defensive wise, I think they improved. Detroit improved defensive wise pretty good. They filled the holes what they need, and they showed that definitely in the second half against Tampa. They shut them down. It's just that the offense, they screwed the pooch on that one for sure. It was bad. They made Goff through 55 times. Why? Don't know. They weren't down by that much. They could have ran the whole second half, and they didn't. So I do expect that to be fixed pretty quick. And I'm so far impressed with Aiden Hutch for sure, and that defense.
I'm so glad you brought him up. 5 sacks. He's my pick for Defensive Player of the Year this year, except you got TJ Watt looking at people and knocking them to the ground. So, did you see that sack on Bo Nix?
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
But Aiden had 3 sacks in the first quarter. Had 5
3
sacks. I believe it tied.
Nobody's doing what he's been doing since like Lawrence Taylor, so he's on that.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
crazy to
he
be
ended
on
up
that
with-
pace. So
He ended up with 5 total sacks that game, which I believe ties or
I thought they said they had 4.5. He had 4.5.
Yeah, they stat corrected
Yeah.
him.
So he was either I think it was a whole sack away from breaking it, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. What a bunch of gypsies.
Listen, man.
What a bunch
I
of
know.
gypsies.
If I was Hutchinson, I'd be upset. So you're seriously just going to take a half a sack off of some technicality?
That's money in his bank. Hey, Brent, listen, thank you so much for giving us some time out of your day. We greatly appreciate you. We appreciate your fandom. And, of course, we look forward to having you on the show again.
All right, sounds good, man. Thank you.
Hey, man, we appreciate you. Give your family a big old hug from me, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Hey, go Lions.
All right, we'll do.
Go Lions.
Go Lions. Bye.
Bye. That's fantastic. That was our good buddy Brent. That was awesome. It was fantastic.
I'm glad that worked out for us. I'm glad that worked out. That was good.
Yeah, because it was really.
Was that clear, nice and clear on your end?
Yeah.
It was.
All right, yeah, good. All right, yeah, we'll
Really,
definitely
really
do that
wonderful.
again. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, we'll do that again. PR, you want to spend the week and find a fan.
Oh, I already know who I'm going to call. I'm just going to make sure that he has time to do it. But I already know who.
Yeah,
and he's a Saints fan.
Ooh,
He's an Saints fan.
So that's going to be even better.
We can't even like rag on them at all because they might be 3-0 or 4-0.
So come Tuesday, you might be talking to a Saints fan that's 3-0.
Not only that, their chests are going to be puffed and they're going to be ready to roll.
Listen, he sent, because we're the guy that I'm going to call. He's my brother-in-law, but we're in a group chat, right?
Yeah.
And one of his cousins is a diehard Cowboys fan, and they went to the game this weekend.
But that had been rough.
It was like 5 of them that went, and 2 of them are Cowboys, and 3 of them were Lions Saints fans.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, they were ragging the shit. He sent a picture with his Saints necklace, I got my Cubs one, the beaded ones, and he said, "I'm going to work. It's Victory Monday." I'm like, it's coming back. It's coming back.
Catch me outside. How about that? How about that?
If come Tuesday, if they're 3-0, I'm just warning you, he's gonna come in here. His smile is gonna be from ear to ear, geeked out. Bro. And if they don't win, he's a good guest to have. He'll be good.
Good. I can't wait. And for all of our listeners out there, we'll have to clip this, post it out there. We'll send her out on a bunch of shorts. But put in your resume to be on our fan caller segment. Please listen. Please do not put your damn phone number in the comment section.
No,
Please.
you don't want that
You will
smoke because there's a lot of people
immediately
they're
regret
going to
that.
give you hell.
Do not say.
You'll immediately regret it. Yes, if you like dick pics and unsolicited
You're
messages,
going to be highly upset.
good for it. That's you. Yeah.
Just give us a story
You're gonna be
in the
upset.
comment section. Give us like a 5, 10, 15, 30-second video clip. But for the love of fucking God,
Yeah.
do
Send
not
your
put your fucking phone number in the comment section.
send your clips at boysinthewoods906@gmail.com.
They're
Boysinthewoods906@gmail.com.
Charles, look
No
what you
dick
did
pic.
to me.
No dick pics, maybe feet pics, but you gotta have
You
what
don't want that smoke.
we don't
You
want that smoke.
that smoke. You should see my spam folder.
Oh my God, I can only imagine. I only want feet pics if you lost a bet and you had to get a tattoo on your foot. That's the only time I want feet pics, right,
Hey,
Charles?
man, if the Lions win the Super Bowl, I got to get a Lions tattoo.
All right, the Lions win the Super Bowl. You get the foot tattoo, and you know what? I'll go a step further and I'll get one on. Where's the next play? Where should I get one?
Your butt.
I'll get one on my shoulder. No, I'll get one right here on the old shoulder. My grandfather was a Lions fan, so it'll hold a little something near and dear to me. So if he does have,
I'm not getting shit.
do I want it? Do I want it up there?
You're a
No,
Bears fan.
but I will
You're just
accept
glad
it.
Caleb Williams is still alive after that last game.
I watched some of the hits. They were bad.
So let's talk
they were
about
brutal.
Let's get some Green Bay Packer news up in here. Hardcore, fantastic game from Mr. Josh Jacobs, who has the most rushing yards in 2 games of any running back in Green Bay Packer history. That your first 2 career games as a Green Bay Packer.
Yeah, he's doing very well. Yep.
He's doing very well. He is the exact dog I said he was. And it's not like I was saying he was a dog, right? Like I was just watching video of him and the Raiders. I was looking at the statistic. Josh Jacobs is a dog because he is the dog, not because anybody's saying he's a dog.
But we just need him to find the end zone. Yeah, those yards mean a lot, but man, we need you to get in the end zone too.
I don't know. I was playing him last week, so hell yeah, he needs to get in the end zone.
I was going to say, you need to get in the end. Now you need to get in the end zone, yes.
I'm really looking forward to seeing his first patching touchdown. It's going to happen. I'm so
do you
damn
think he'll
bummed
do a
that
Lambeau
he
leap?
got his first Lambeau leap. He got his first
Oh,
Lambeau
he did
leap,
it.
but
Oh, do you think he'll do another one if he catches that pass? Because then, yeah, all right. I'm on the same page.
That is a weird stat. That's a weird stat to have as a running back. All them touches, all them receptions, and
197 receptions and not one touchdown.
That is wild.
That's because he played for the Raiders.
But
still 197
I know what you're saying. Because even Saquon Barkley found the end zone with the Giants. Right?
Like that's wild.
Which, listen, and this
every
is,
now and
this
then
not,
a blind dog finds a bone, or a blind squirrel finds a nut. Call over everyone.
But this is not
guy.
because Mike is gone.
This guy.
This just happens to be when I remember this. But did the Philadelphia Eagles overpay for Saquon Barkley?
I don't think so.
I definitely think so.
Yeah. It's starting to look like it's starting to look like maybe
transcendent, and you need to make every one of those catches and yada yada.
Unfortunately, it's starting to look more like this is an Eagles problem than it is a Saquon Barkley problem.
He's never won at Lincoln Financial Field in his career. So
and that's your home stadium now. I hope that's not a stat that continues.
It can't be. That would be the worst season ever. We would never see Mike again. He would have a heart attack. The world would have less Philly fans in it, and that it would just happen. There's no way Philadelphia fans can handle.
I don't think Philly wouldn't allow that. You thought Santa got booed and got hit with snowballs. Just imagine if they did not win a home game this year. Holy crap!
The sheer chaos.
There would be rocks thrown at that stadium.
The score in the Green Bay Packers Colts game really doesn't tell the story of the game until we.
Well, they almost pissed it away. They almost pissed it away at the end.
Time of possession, Green Bay Packers 40 minutes. The Colts had the ball for 19 minutes. Now it was the inability of Green Bay to score in the red zone. Okay, it is consistent right now, but with this game we had Malik Willis, and who did wonderful. I think he had 167 yards, a touchdown. I think he was 10 for 12.
one thing I don't want to see from Jacobs, that is the one place on the field that you don't fumble the football.
That was very...
That actually is something that happens to him quite a lot during his career. It's not, his fumbles have always been an issue, but we had that with Aaron Jones too. It just seems like the Packers end up getting a great running back, and there's always some bugaboo. There's always a negative against any player, regardless of who they are. But yeah, I did not want to see that. I wanted to see that touchdown. I wanted to see it so bad.
I did too. I think the fumbles will work themselves out.
Yeah, I just didn't want to see it at that. If he fumbled on the 5-yard line, I wouldn't have been as upset.
I'm glad you brought it up. Yeah, I forgot about it. I'm glad you brought it up.
Otherwise, he would have had a touchdown. Yeah, he was like this far from having a touchdown.
If it wasn't for the fumble and the damn holding call, he would have had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he would have had 2. Yeah,
he would have had 2 touchdowns, 80 or 100 some yards. Everything is going as horribly well as possible right now, and we're 1-1.
Is it safe to say that the Packers have a better kicker now than they had last year, because he's missed exactly the same amount of kicks as the kicker did last year?
No, I'm going to be very upset with Matt LaFleur if he puts the kicker in a situation
where he's got to drill like a 55-yarder. Yeah,
that he has not earned.
He's a rookie.
I understand with. No, because the thing, that's the exact thing. If you were going to keep putting the kicker in a situation, you should have kept Anders. It makes no sense to keep trying.
Shout out to him too, the Packers kicker too.
Bottom of the 4th.
The guy was wearing his pump. He's an insulin pump on the sideline. Well, he wears it while he plays. He's like the advocate for diabetes. Yes. Yeah, he was out there wearing it.
We'll have to deep dive.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
One of those?
Yeah. Did you see him wearing it, Paul? Did you see him wearing it? Yeah, it was pretty cool. I don't think he's the only one that's ever worn it, but he's a big advocate for it. It's awesome. I love it.
Diabetes is no joke.
No.
If that's the Aaron Nola the fucking Brewers are seeing right now, I totally understand why it's 1-0. Okay, I get it. We got Frankie on the mound. We're doing well ourselves. But sorry, back to the Green Bay Packers.
It's Wheeler, and we got a hit and 4 strikeouts. Yeah, woo-hoo. I think Nola goes tomorrow. I got to see him beat Nola last year, so I'd like to see him do it again.
I would like to see that again.
By the way, next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
So check this out: the Brewers win tonight, and the Cubs lose. They clinch the division.
And our magic number, regardless, is 2.
Yep.
And we're down 3-2 right now in the 3rd.
They still need to win though.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I need you guys to do something special for me.
Okay, we're special people doing special things.
We're doing a flash giveaway in this moment right now, and the hour in the recording is 1:22. So from the moment this episode comes out, from a week, for 1 week and 1 week only, if you're the first person in chat to type trick or treat, score a treat, we're going to send you this trick or treat Panini sports card, 40 NFL pack per bundle.
Damn.
Where did you find that? I want one.
I
can't wait.
Have the opportunity to grab yourself a Marvin Harrison Jr. rookie card. That's what I'm saying. These are, and you're going to get the band around it. You're going to get the.
Oh, those are some sweet looking cards, man. I like those.
Very nice. You get 40 of them. And again, it was hour 1 minute 22. And you must comment with that trick or treat, score a treat. This week only for 7 days. This episode, 7 days. So once we see that in the comments, gentlemen, let's go ahead, grab that person, and we'll get their info and send them that trick or treat Panini sports box. So
where did you catch that little package at?
I got it at Walmart. Thank you very much.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to go.
And I have 2 more to give away. So randomly in the Burr months, there will be another episode in the 2nd hour block of our episodes where we will be giving away 2 more. If nobody catches the first one, we're going to be giving it away until the Burrs are gone. So there's only one way this ends. They are gone. Well, I guess 2 ways. They're gone.
There's only one way this ends. Nobody comments, and Charles breaks it open live.
Yeah, so absolutely get yourself one of those packs. But back to the Green Bay Packers. Total rushing yards, We total yards in general, we had 383. They had 338.
Oh, you want me to get this up here? I'll get their stats up here. That was on.
Perfect.
Hold on.
Perfect. We both had 19 first downs. The Colts ended up beating us in passing yards. That was to be expected with a guy who's been in the system for 3.5 minutes. Rushing yards, this I love seeing this. You don't when I tell you this number, or either you see it first on the screen, there is nothing more exciting in the game of football than when your team rushes for over 250 yards in a game. I
correct.
love that. Because that means you're owning possession. You're owning the ball. You're controlling the game. The Green Bay Packers had 261 rushing yards this week against the Indianapolis Colts.
Let me ask you a question. Talking about rushing. So with Jacobs, because clearly we can say that in Brazil.
Of what everyone was saying.
Brazil, it was a little slow start, but second half he picked up. Game 2 clearly was two completely different players. So what are you expecting as him from a season? If you had to put stats on it, what would your projection be?
I'm going to say 1,200 yards and 10 to 12 touchdowns. I would say that's the floor. I would say 1,200 yards and 10 to 12 touchdowns.
That's not a bad season. For your debut season on a new team, getting used to the system, I wouldn't
5+ receiving touchdowns, actually. That's my wild card with him.
So 17 total touchdowns.
Yeah, I think 17 total touchdowns for Josh Jacobs is comfortable. I think because of the Green Bay Packers offense allows for it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to allow for a lot of Josh Jacobs and towards the
he's going to be y'all's focal point on offense outside of Jordan Love.
Because we don't have I love our wide receiver room.
Right.
But we don't have that wide receiver who's breaking the tape.
No,
what I mean by that is when you're creating tape on Tuesday, you don't have a wide receiver where you're going, hey, we need to watch.
I do believe if Green Bay at Thanksgiving is sitting at 5-3 or 5-4, and they know that they are playmaker away, they're going to go out and get a receiver.
I believe that, but what I want to see is that our wide receivers just keep doing what they're doing. Because
so you're okay with the role players that you have at right?
Absolutely, because it's going to allow the opportunity for Josh Jacobs to flourish.
So
and Jordan Love to flourish.
For comparison purposes, in this season for y'all, Jacob.
But I do love that, Patrick. I think you're on point there.
Jacob Love is your Michael Jordan Pippen. Everybody else just play your role. I don't need y'all to do more than what y'all already do now.
Yeah. No, we just need you to be the best player you can be, right? And like something I love about Kyle Shanahan, he gets 110% from everyone. It's something I love about Kevin O'Connell, but it's something I also love about Matt LaFleur. And here on this, we're stationed in Green Bay. We're Green Bay Packer fans. We try not to honk the Green Bay Packer horn too often because we don't want the show to be just a Green Bay Packer show. But listen, we love the Green Bay Packers. And Matt LaFleur, to me, is the best head coach in the NFL, hands down. I think arguably his ability to create plays for the offense, right? A lot of the times we talk about offensive coordinators and coaches creating plays for players. I'm watching Matt LaFleur create plays for his offense, which is why you're not seeing specific people single themselves out as the talent. It's why it allows for the quarterback to look at the field, not look for the number or look away from a number, right? It allows for a comfortability. It's why I think Malik Willis is going to earn himself a starting job in the NFL by covering for Jordan Love.
Yeah.
It's happened miraculously for a lot of players, like in the QB position.
A lot of backup quarterbacks.
Yeah, but I'm like, I think this will be good for Malik Willis, especially just because of the head coach in LaFleur. You know what I'm saying?
It's not Tennessee. Can we be honest? It's just
Vrabel was a defensive coach, and then OCs over there just didn't work. I think with LaFleur, listen, y'all have had a good track record when it comes to head coaches that can make a quarterback a winning quarterback. Because as much as Aaron Rodgers was that guy,
opener record is ridiculous, bro.
So I'm not. When I first saw y'all trade for Malik Willis, I was like, "What the fuck are they doing?"
Yeah, who lost to Will Levis? He lost the quarterback battle to Will Levis somehow.
And this is the thing: you don't need Malik Willis to be a Jordan Love. I just need you to manage the game. Manage the game.
We need 160 to 260 no interceptions.
He is not
and
hero
a
ball.
half touchdown.
He does not need to be a hero. You got
Absolutely.
Jacobs, feed him the ball, and like you said, just receivers, just do what you've been doing for the last couple years.
Now, are we all aware that our center, wonderful dude, Mr. Myers, Josh Myers, great guy, gives 157% all the time.
I feel a butt. I feel a butt coming.
The moment mid-game he decided I gotta puke. And
hot
shot the puke to the left and then snapped the ball.
That's dedication. That's dedication.
On a third down play. And LaFleur
it was the heat, Charles. It was the damn heat.
LaFleur goes up to Malik and goes, "Yeah, why didn't you throw the ball?" And he goes, "Myers puked on it."
Like, how do you not get embarrassed by that?
That is one way to build
What a
team
grip
chemistry.
from Myers, eh? Yeah.
That sucks for him.
Listen, that's dedication to your craft right there.
Well,
Doesn't
one of
matter
the
what
problems,
happens.
and I understand LaFleur going up too, right? Why would? Because if we think about it, why would you ask that? Well, you didn't throw the ball because you didn't see something, right?
Yeah.
One of the problems with Malik that people were talking about in Tennessee was that he wouldn't throw the ball. That he just wouldn't throw the ball, so it ended up being a funny pun there. The word on Jordan Love is that all signs are pointing towards the heavens.
Right.
I don't expect to see him play this week. And let me further that, Patrick, and then I'd like to hear your talk, and also the Bears. I don't want to fucking see him play. We don't need it. And it's not, Malik Willis is doing great, quarterback controversy. No, I want him, I need him for the next 5 to 10, 15 years. We're talking generational quarterback.
You just dropped
we've got
$50-something million on that guy. You better
we've got great chances this season. So how do you feel about this? How do you guys feel about this?
Me personally, of course, come back. Please come back right now. This week. That's the Bears side of me. All right, now that's out the way. Me personally, just from experience of having 2 ACL tears, a knee injury, especially in football as a quarterback, you don't need to rush back from this at all. I hear that you're doing great, but listen, even if you're only at 95%, I need you at 100. Like you said, this is y'all's franchise quarterback. Do not take risk with this. Don't be one of those athletes that just wants. I get you want to be a team player.
Again. They showed me Jackson Cheerios at bat and then cut the feet again.
He's still upset about this.
I tell you what, that baseball I got at the beginning of the year for $150. Woo, child.
Worth every penny.
The sad thing is he's not even going to win Rookie of the Year. That sucks.
Yeah.
He's got to go up against Schemes and all these other guys.
We'll send him a Rookie of the Year award. We should send him a Rookie of the Year
award. Let's buy a trophy and we'll make our own.
We should. Worst case scenario, it comes back.
With an invitation to come on the podcast.
To come on the podcast. Worst case scenario, he throws it away. Best case scenario, we get a new friend of the show. We get a new FOS.
Imagine if he just takes a picture of it and puts it on Twitter or Instagram. Like, imagine, look what I
tied her up 1-1. 1-1.
We'll send it in Spanish, but then underneath it, we'll tell him in English that we don't actually speak Spanish.
I talked to their manager. I talked to their manager, and I almost got the manager on, but I couldn't speak Spanish, Paul. I almost got the manager for the damn football team out of Appleton, and I couldn't speak Spanish, so I couldn't get him on. He was responding to me in Spanish, and I couldn't respond, so I had no idea. I didn't want to insult him.
This might come as a, oh my God. Technically, Spanish was my first language. I had to learn English after the 3rd or 4th grade.
All right.
Dang.
That's cool shit. You speak it really well.
If you guys need me to talk to somebody,
why have we never discussed this before?
Put me on that 3-way call, baby.
I don't know, but we need to figure this out.
Listen, I'm here. I am a resource.
This is all in the world. There's a lot of AAA baseball players we could be talking to.
I can talk to them for you.
Don't worry. We'll mention this tomorrow when we have our meeting.
And you're Puerto Rican. They love you.
Yeah.
Baseball is
They're like
here.
some of the greatest baseball players in the world. That's what I'm saying, in the blood. All right.
Listen, we just opened up a new door of possibility.
A whole new door. That's so cool.
We did.
That's so cool.
We got bilingual PR down here.
So total plays for the Green Bay Packers, 67 for the Colts, 53. Yards per play, 5.7 Green Bay, 6.4 the Colts. Turnover battle. We won that big 3-1, but we did miss the field goal again. What the Frank is going on with Green
Are
Bay
y'all allergic
Packers
to
special
kickers?
teams?
Are you allergic
It's
to
like-
kickers?
We figured out how to run the ball, and
Something's going
then
on.
we're not allergic to running the ball. This is like you playing golf with that person who isn't allergic to what's that shit that fucks everyone up? Poison ivy.
Yeah.
Right?
I
Like,
mean,
yeah, I
yes.
can walk,
That'll
I can
get
walk
you.
in there and grab those balls, right? Everyone else is dying, and this dude's just not realizing that you're about to give poison ivy to everyone is just not affecting you.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think because when Max Crosby was there, he was an outstanding kicker. And then it's like y'all hate field goal posts.
Max had a really shaky season one year and then became like just this
Missing
golden
everything.
god. Yeah, it was really bad. But what is it with the kicker in the NFL? Now there's a handful of really good kickers coming that'll probably be in the draft this year. Do we see an NFL team take a kicker in the 4th round?
We
Because
took a punter in the 4th round.
Possible.
At this point, I think the value for a kicker from the Green Bay Packers is a 4th rounder.
But the only problem is I don't think that there's any kicker in college there's a big switch between the NFL and college, like the pressure.
I don't disagree with you, but Zvada for Michigan, dude, I'm watching this dude kick 53, 54, 50-yarders in the big house. Like it's just.
And this is the thing.
These are beautiful down the middle. Go ahead.
And like most kickers now, their average is between 55 and 60 yards now. Not like how it was 20, 30 years ago. If you can make a 50 plus, you're elite. Some kickers now are them 45 to 55-yard field goals. Those don't mean. I'm like, yes, they're still, but you'll see more. Like the average has increased more over the last one. Like Justin Tucker's, what is it? The record's now what, 62, 63 when he made it in Detroit. I think it was like 63.
Record yard
Maybe
field
64.
Goal, 65.
Yeah, it might be in
66.
Denver, 64 or something.
Yeah.
But it's like kids are doing this. So if you pick a kicker in the 4th round, you must be in dire need of a kicker. Because that would be the only reason.
Let's be honest.
Y'all need one.
I hate to what's this? Son of a bitch. It's the reality air balloon. We hate the reality air balloon, but everybody takes a ride on the reality air balloon. And the reality air balloon for the Green Bay Packers is special teams has been costing us games. Yeah. And I can honestly see this year being where the offense is clicking and touching. I don't know why I said touching, but the guy looked at me in the background cross-eyed, and he looked like he wanted to touch me. That's what was going through my mind, Patrick. That's hilarious. But anyways, I think the offense is going to click. I think the defense is going to click. This is something I absolutely wanted to talk about. It's something I talked about last year. It's something I talked about at the beginning of the year. It's finally happening. It's finally happening. We have an interception counter at this point. The Green Bay Packers had 7 interceptions all of last year. We were at 5 in the first 2 games. Xavier McKinney himself has 2.
Arguably could add 3 if they wouldn't have dropped that one, but
yes, absolutely.
I'll take 2. We both said that he's going to get them.
And I said this was the year Green Bay's defense was going to break their franchise defense interception record. And full disclosure, I don't even know what that number is. I forgot it. I haven't looked it up in a really long time. I'm watching and seeing the training camp, hearing the players in the locker room, seeing the excitement, seeing that energy week 1, seeing that same energy week 2. There are some holes that need to be fixed. We're very lucky Anthony Richardson hasn't figured out how to throw it to his wide receivers yet. I can tell you that much.
He has a cannon.
He's a 50%-ish guy on medium to long throws. That's what he was in college, but hasn't improved. He hasn't played enough football yet. Yeah. We're lucky his mid to long outs are in that 50-50 ball range for him. Because there was a handful of times that drives could have been extended due to misreading the break from the wide receiver. But we're still young, and we're still a very young football team.
Yeah.
And we still have a brand new coordinator. And I think as a Green Bay Packer fan, we need to be very excited that we're not living a life that is like the Philadelphia Eagles, who seem to be struggling with Vic Fangio and his vanilla schemes. That's just the Vic Fangio way. what's another couple new coordinators? Oh, the Bryce Young situation, brand new coordinators, and they give them 12 seconds in preseason. It's the list goes on and on. As a Green Bay Packer fan, we're in a very good position, but I do fear that special teams will keep us from the Super Bowl again. And as we talked about before, Patrick, I think a Super Bowl world is only going to come this season from an MVP type season from Jordan Love. So I believe that gives us time, which will allow for the urgency in special teams next year. I don't think we're solving this year. But maybe that's the past history I have with special teams outside of the small golden stretch that was Mason Crosby.
Yeah.
Because maybe this dude can figure it out. Because his kicks are great.
It's not like he's missing. He hit the goalpost and the other one was really close. It's not like he's missing off by 10 yards. These are just it's a mechanics thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
But you also said that he's a rookie, though.
He's a rookie.
Yes,
yeah, I'm not gonna. As long as it doesn't cost them a game, I think nobody's really gonna care. As long as he doesn't miss an extra point, actually.
Yeah.
Now, I know I blew up on kickers, and I know I blow up on kickers often, and I wish I would have waited until we reached out and figured out what the gosh darn practice routine for a kicker is.
Yeah.
Right? Because is kicking in a game really that? Can you not I understand there are things in football you can't recreate in practice, but you can't tell me you can't recreate kicks.
It's muscle memory at this point. This is the thing. If you've gotten to the pros, clearly you've had at least 4 years of high school, 3 years of college at minimum, 4 years of high school, a couple years before that. But you've probably been playing ball for at least since you were like 9 to 10 years old. Probably decided you was a kicker halfway through high school because you figured you couldn't play anything else. So you've been kicking for well over a decade almost before you got into the league. And you've gotten better clearly because you made it to the league. So you're doing something right. So what happened? Now you're missing shit that you didn't miss in college? And what's going on in your brain?
Yeah, it's so weird to me. The goalposts aren't different.
Oh, nothing changed there.
Only thing that's changed from college to high school, from college pros, the hash are in more. But that's it.
Okay, yeah, so
that's nothing that you're not going to sit here and tell me that's what's psyching you out.
A 48-yard kick in college is still a 48-yard kick in the NFL. It's
what angle you look at it?
The yard markers change.
Are you ready for this? A 48-yard kick in the NFL and college happens to be the same in high school.
Wow. No way. Actually, you know what? When I was younger, I actually thought that the yardstick was different. So that's on me. That's on me. Shitty fan.
That's fair. I have my favorite flag football memory. I'm glad you asked. My favorite flag.
Thank you for asking.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
I remember the annexation of Puerto Rico. I remember that probably wasn't the name of it, but that's just what we're going to call it.
Something like that, yeah.
I was such a good wide receiver too, and it was one of those fakeroos, and my feet were inside the line, but I was on the side.
Was you moving?
Like I wasn't in the play, and then the ball got snapped, and I ran wide open, tutty for days. I caught that bitch in Speedy Gonzalez.
He's over here
came running on the field. Coach was just crazy. I'm so glad you asked about that. Yeah, that was really
boys at recess breaking people's ankles before nap time.
I had some great catches back in the day. Listen, honestly, if 9/11 wouldn't have happened, who knows where my sports career would have taken me? But
yeah, basketball shorts and everything.
Yeah, dude, I know. Yeah, I know.
Your greatness will never be seen by the world because 9/11 happened and made you change your life.
Yeah, that's not true.
No. Don't be out here Anna Sandler and trying to get into a game with hoops.
Bro, listen, when we make it big, you don't think I'm not going to be out on the streets just hustling?
Oh, you want to roll? You want to go?
That's what I'm saying. You ready? Rip off that. Dude, I'm looking for a jumpsuit, if we're being honest.
Don't do it.
I'm going to be
Charles,
picking up a
don't
jumpsuit.
do it. Don't do it.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this.
The moment I see if
I've got
I
my
ever
local pink flamingo
listen,
supplier coming
if I'm
at me.
ever walking around with you and I
Yes.
see your hands to go to your thigh to break
Yes.
away these pants, I'm like, I'm walking away.
Game's going right now. You ain't gotta walk
Game
away,
on.
baby. Pull out the
He's
camera.
game on. Just he's got the tearaways. You just hear the button snap, snap.
Yeah, listen, as time goes on, it'll be referred to as the big C, right? Because I'll take that away. I'll take that away, and we'll be walking around, and it'll be like, "Yo, Big C, you ready?" And I'm always ready.
No, please,
I miss
God,
those
don't.
days. I miss
Those days are
dude.
gone. Okay,
They
buddy?
ain't gone.
They're gone.
I just gotta get a knee brace. It's Ben Gay.
Some aspirin.
Make sure you got the paramedics on standby.
Give me a bucket full of ice.
Goddamn ibuprofen 800s.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm good to go.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Hey, listen, you don't ask a pro to just get right on the court. You got to give him time to warm
Yeah,
up.
give him warm up.
He needs 10 minutes to warm up. You need a week.
I need about a month. You gotta get me in
I'm
shape.
already mentally prepared. I'm just there.
Your body's not going to catch up.
It don't matter. If I woke up in the hospital, I don't. It's not a loss.
Your body never caught up to you if you end up in the hospital.
If I wake up in the hospital, if I wake up, I was medically unable to finish. And
your heart was there, but your body was gone.
It's a pause. It's a pause. It's a pause. We'll finish this when I get out of this.
No, listen, you're not making it.
Because I was coming back.
I'll see you in a couple weeks, but I'll be back.
I said I'm coming back. You might have. Listen, I gave you 7.
No, buddy.
You didn't just take it. I gave you 7. I wanted you to feel good.
And he gave you a heart attack.
Right.
You're welcome.
No, sir. He said, I'm coming back.
Well, he said timeout.
Yeah.
Everybody laughs until that baby hook starts splashing. That's all.
Okay, buddy.
Everybody laughs until that baby hook starts splashing, baby. All right. Everybody laughs until that baby hook starts splashing.
I needed that.
And then you're ready for the baby hook, and I'm like, oop, and then I swoop, and then it's boop, and then I got the bubble.
I needed that laugh after yesterday. Thank you for that.
What was your favorite takeaway from the Packer game, Patrick?
The favorite takeaway? The offensive line creating holes for the running backs, even though the Colts knew that they were going to run. Yes, even though that was his first game too. Unfortunately, that was terrible that he got hurt first game that he was going to be in. But he did play.
Round draft pick. It's not a big deal.
He did play well. He did play well though when he was in there. But yeah, the offensive line has cohesiveness. I like it. They definitely are doing a much better job opening the holes. And Malik Willis, 12 of 14. He did what he needed to do to win the game.
167 was it? 167 and
I think 148 or something. Yeah, he did well. Plus the touchdown, first career touchdown pass. Congratulations, Malik.
Congratulations to Malik. That's such a good story too. He did not get a fair shake in Tennessee. The 3 games.
No, he got shafted. Yeah.
There's no way. All right. PR.
Sir.
What's your favorite takeaway from the Bears game? And then
he's gonna say it because it's over.
I think my biggest takeaway is probably the fact that our defense is still able to compete, and even with being on the field for so long, to maintain somebody like Stroud to 19 points. That's my takeaway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did we have those plays that it's just come on, tighten up? Of course, yes. Just about anybody in the NFL, they've experienced that with their team.
They're in the NFL for a reason. Players are going to get theirs. It's just AJ Brown against the Packers.
So I'm not upset. Yes, I'm upset that they scored, but again, those are just the way the plays worked out. But for the most part, the way that we're able to contain. So if at some point we're able to figure out how to manage to put points on the board offensively, attached with the special team and defense that we have already working the way they are, that's scary. But it's all very dependent on the offensive line getting their stuff together so Caleb Williams can be what everybody's saying that he's supposed to be. without that, this defense is going to be able to only hold the offense for so long, and it's not. Defense wins championship, but this new NFL is definitely offensive friendly when it comes to the refs. So defense is only
the new 19. Yeah.
Defense is going to have to be good, but the offense just needs to be able to catch up, because right now the defensive special teams are light years away as far as skill wise than our offense, and it just sucks.
Okay. I felt that from you at the end there. It sounded like 10 years of offensive struggles.
It's frustration, man. Like I did a math for
I truly do believe there's light at the end of the tunnel for this. It depends on if Caleb starts throwing the ball or not. More or less. Yeah. Not anything about accomplishments. It's about him holding the damn ball too long, which is something wildly we said about Justin Fields, which starting to seem like a mistake. Chicago Bears problem. Not a mistake, no.
It was a mistake letting him go.
Fields, I don't know again, too. Because the scariest thing with the Bears is that defense is doing so well that Eberflus is going to keep his job. And that is it. That is, if we're going into the middle of the season with a top 5 defense.
And in the top 10 in the draft, that says something.
But the front office, you can't look at a head coach and expect anything more from a rookie quarterback. Hey, you gave him a lot of pieces, but you didn't give him any protection. This is a front office situation. This ultimately,
so then here,
as much as we want to be mad.
So here goes to the question. Then I agree. I've always been like this when it comes to head coaches, and no matter what sport, what level, whether college or pros. When you start to see improvements, whether it's on both sides of the ball, but you're seeing improvement and you're seeing some stability. Clearly, the coach is doing their job, especially if it's a defensive-minded head coach. His perk is the defense. So if the defense is clicking, but you're seeing that the offense is lacking, even if you have a good play caller, but something's lacking in the offense, as the GM now, you have to figure out, what can I do in the trade if I can trade? But if not, I need to start looking into the draft and the offseason, because now you have the surrounding pieces offensively for weapons. Well, if you don't do it before the trade, this next offseason, your main goal needs to be beefing up that offensive line.
Are you going to be happy with drafting offensive linemen, or would you be happier with now the second part of building a championship team, and it's where you start losing draft compensation for pieces already current?
When you say pieces, are we still talking about offensive line?
Yes, we are.
I'm like, if that is the case, absolutely, I'll give up draft capital.
It's the only question.
It's no-brainer.
It's the only answer.
It's a no-brainer.
So a losing season, but progression, along with front office movement in the offseason. This is what we expect as a Bears fan moving forward.
Pretty much.
I think that if we keep playing this way, that's going to be the direction that it leads to. And again, it's either one of two ways this offseason. Yeah, it's one of two things in the offseason. If we don't make the playoffs and we end up in the top 10, let's just say worst case scenario.
Because I can see a world where Trent Williams comes to the Chicago Bears.
Listen, you trade whatever it is that you got to trade to solidify that line. At this point, again, you have the weapons, you have the defense, you have the special team. Your only concern at this point now, moving forward, is figuring out this offset line. If that means you got to trade them draft capitals, whether it's in the offseason, do some weird draft trades to make it happen, but do that. Because this time next year, this same excuse, Ryan Poles is not going to make it towards the end of the season if this happens again next year.
Oh, God. Quick cap on upcoming football games. I did want to touch on the 2-0 teams. The Chargers, I'm not surprised. It's a Harbaugh thing. The Seattle Seahawks, the Minnesota Vikings, and the New Orleans Saints, Pittsburgh Steelers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Holy moly. Those 2-0 teams, Patrick. Holy cow, eh?
The only thing that surprised me about any of those teams is that we didn't expect those teams to win those games this early. We expected them all to have wins, but not to be 2-0.
Yeah.
I definitely counted out
Minnesota 2-0 or Ravens 0-2.
The Chargers, I think we had faith in. I think most of us had
yes.
faith in them.
I did not. I'm gonna just say
you
that.
did not.
I did
That's
not.
understandable.
I
Watching
also
Harbaugh
said
for
I
10 years.
Not me. I said to relegate the New Orleans Saints. I clearly got that one wrong.
And this is the thing. I didn't have faith in them, but I also stated that I needed to see a difference in Herbert for me to believe in the Chargers again, because you don't have the weapons, at least up to now. Clearly, the draft worked for them, and Joe Alt is probably going to be the sneakiest, highest draft pick. Nobody's going to talk about him, but that was probably what the Bears should be working on, because even though it's just that one piece, but that one piece could be the piece that makes the whole line look completely different.
Yeah.
And the Chargers said, we don't need fancy little toys. We'll deal with what we got. They got what they needed on that line, and Herbert's protected. He's playing ball. J.K. Dobbins is playing good with even bouncing back from injury. Like, they look okay. And that's what you guys said. It's the Harbaugh effect. Again, I just needed to see it. And if Herbert stays at this pace, that's crazy wild. Once they start adding actual, like, legit weapons to him that work, that's going to be terrifying for the Chargers.
J.J. McCarthy is considered the savior of the Minnesota Vikings, and that's solely because of Harbaugh. I can't stress that enough.
And we've seen Harbaugh do this with quarterbacks time and time again in Michigan, San Francisco, Stanford.
He's Cesar Chavez.
Like, so
Cesar,
Herbert is in great hands with Harbaugh. It's just
so the Bears play the Colts. I think we will. Again, very week 3 though. Bears play the Colts. Very hungry Colts team looking in. They do not want to go 0-3.
And they can probably outscore us easily on offense. If they're able to get to, I think 17
to 18 points.
I don't think that they're going to be able to stop that pass rush. I just don't think they're going to be able to stop it. It's going to, or they'll be able to shut the run down as well too. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a, what do you call it? A door kicking fight back and forth. I don't think
this is the week a team scores more than 25 points on the.
No, absolutely not. This is another one of those. This could be uglier than the Packer Colts game as far as
you question
offense goes.
Tennessee, you question with the Tennessee game, right? Because if the Titans had anybody other than Will Levis, it looked like Tennessee put 30 on the Bears. But then you come back and you hold C.J. Stroud to 19 points.
All they got is Ridley.
Yeah.
I'm one of the biggest reasons why I'm looking forward to this game, because my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, he's a gigantic Colts fan.
Sorry.
Yeah, and what's going to make it worse is I beat him last week in fantasy football, and so if I can beat him again this week with the Bears, I'm like, hey, you guys suck. At least this week.
2-1 the Bears would be too.
And that still doesn't mean crap.
As terrible as the offense looks, to be 2-1, that would be.
That's a terrible looking. You're not
getting rid of your head coach anytime soon, people.
Not if you start 2-1.
And you can't. You listen. No matter how bad this season is,
you got to hold on to it. You just gotta chew it.
Do that to Caleb Williams again. You can't. Otherwise, why did you keep him? We won't get into that. All right. more. So Chargers Steelers, the battle of the 2-0s. That to me is the most exciting matchup of the week.
Really?
Yes.
I got the Chargers coming out of that one.
I got the Chargers coming out of that one too. And I have the Steelers. I need them to be opened up. Okay. Because I've got you picked to be a top 3 fucking draft pick this year. And why would you pick against Mike Tomlin? Because I'm that guy. Right? Sometimes Patrick's that guy.
Sometimes we're all that guy. That's just what it is. It's just that guy. It's just a persona.
And if it doesn't happen, you're not going to get better, okay? Because you're pulling from the pond here. You got Walden's trash, all right, and Russell Wilson. You got the broken-ass player from Chicago. What was his name again? He used to be all over your wall.
Fieldsies.
Oh, yeah, that's because all he's doing is running for his life on the fields. I really hope good things for him, to be honest with you.
I'm not even playing. I pray that he has a wonderful season.
I've never felt bad for an Ohio State player, and I feel terrible for him.
I still got the card you gave me. Hold on. Still got it.
Yeah.
Justin Fields.
So the Raiders should put 40 on the Panthers, even with Andy Dalton there.
I wholeheartedly believe that from your heart of hearts.
Okay, Patrick, what are you looking at? Texans Vikings. That's another one. That's gonna. The Texans are 2-0, aren't they?
Is Jay Jetta still out?
Who?
Justin Jefferson is.
Yeah,
he's back?
I don't believe he's playing, and I don't believe the other one is. I don't believe they're missing a lot of weapons on offense.
Because he hurt his, I think it was his quad or his hamstring,
something like that. He's got some kind of leg injury. Yeah, I expect
Justin
Minnesota
plans to play. Justin Jefferson already plans to play week 3.
I think this is the week that Minnesota gets their first loss.
We expected, but we expected it last week.
Now without CMC, when CMC wasn't playing, I figured that this is Minnesota's opportunity because let's be honest, San Francisco becomes completely one-dimensional when they don't have CMC.
And Minnesota had their number last year too. It's like the Bucs having the Lions number.
It's like they got the game plan. They figured it out. But the Packers almost beat San Francisco last year. You can't.
The Texans barely
the Lions
put up 19
almost beat.
points. The Texans barely put up 19 points on the Bears. If the Texans are relying on broken plays, you're not going to win very many games this year.
Arguably, the
Bears.
Who's got the number 1 defense in the NFL right now?
Oh gosh,
is it the Bears?
We got to be at least top 3.
Is it the Bears?
Probably the number 1 scoring defense. But I mean, they still gave up 20 points to the Titans, and
Right now, I don't see how that's.
I'm telling you, it's probably like the Chargers.
I'm trying to see.
While you're looking that up,
defensive per yards right now, the one I found, at least just average per yards on defense. Chargers, Texans, Dolphins.
I told you.
No, it says Titans, Chargers, Texans. The Titans have the best.
Okay, but that's inflated because you played Caleb Williams, who threw for 93 fucking yards, and you guys rushed for 11. That doesn't even count.
All right, you got Browns, Raiders, San Francisco,
Jacksonville's
Pittsburgh,
got the number
Jets.
1 tight end defense right now, right? Jacksonville's got the number 1 tight end defense.
Man, they got
Dalton Kincaid's still planning on making 10 points. I'll be lucky to see 5.
Tennessee is 17, Green Bay is 18 ranked defense.
Yeah, it's early, but Green Bay has played the Philadelphia Eagles and fucking Anthony Richardson, man. And we're right in the middle of the pack. I think that's wonderful. I think we'll balance out around Thanksgiving in the top 10, top 12. I think the Bears should be top 5, top 7. Realistically, the Bears schedule allows it. What are you most excited about, Patrick?
What's
next
that?
week? You're for next week. But touch on that, and then
I want to see another victory, but they're not going to be able to do what they did against the Colts. They're going to have to do more than run the football to beat the Titans.
I want to believe you. But I have faith. I have a different kind of faith in Josh Jacobs. I do right now. And Marshawn Lloyd, I got some. I get it. I get what people were seeing. I get where that excitement was coming from. He was making some smooth cuts, and he was getting out of bounds instead of taking hits, which bodes well for him not fumbling. The analyst in me, bro, is yes, you are 100% right. We cannot just go into the Tennessee Titans and rush for over 250 yards and control the game. But what if that's who we are now?
I mean, they had the 30th. They're ranked the 30th worst defense in the NFL.
The Colts?
Yeah.
Yeah, their run defense is terrible.
Yeah, so that's why I don't put a lot of faith into them running the football, because they ran it against a very weak defensive line. But that's not saying they didn't play well, because they freaking ran for 200 yards in the first half. Like nobody does that without playing really well.
Yeah. No, I know.
I want to see him air it out a little bit more, especially versus his old team. I want to see him beat his old team, man. I think that'd be fantastic for him.
I'd still rather a win, and being able to run the ball and control the clock at 40 minutes, I think bodes well with a 35-minute quarterback. And the only reason I'm calling him a 35-minute quarterback is 3 weeks ago he was still on the Titans roster.
It's pretty obvious that Jordan Love is coming back after next week.
Yes, absolutely.
It's pretty obvious. The way that he was standing on the sidelines, wearing the sleeve on the leg, the way he was standing, he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah. I was telling everyone he could play this week.
They
Or he could
weren't,
play
yes,
last
but
week.
doctors weren't going to let him play there. No, just because you think you can play doesn't mean you should play.
The piece of paper he just signed for a
The piece of paper he says you ain't playing, especially when they think or know they can win. That's when you're not going to be playing. Yeah.
Something I would love the Packers listeners to look forward to. Okay. And it's something that the Green Bay Packers haven't seen because of generational quarterback talent like Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. But there are times where NFL teams become really good running the ball. And Matt LaFleur loves play action. And the only way play action works magically is if you run the ball successfully. So, and Malik Willis can run the play action fine because you just do a bunch of boot play actions. That kid's got wheels and he's got a cannon. And he appears to be comfortable, which is something I don't think he felt in Tennessee. So I do agree. Yeah. I would love to see him light it up, but I don't want to see him throw the ball 30 times.
Yeah.
No, but 20.
I would like to see
20.
Even 20 to me sounds like we were losing at some point in time in the game. I think that's
he threw
the game
15. He threw 15.
Yeah,
it's only 5 more passes.
Yeah.
5 more passes. 5 more passes could be a series, Charles. It's not that many.
I agree.
Or,
I don't listen.
Charles is thinking the worst case scenario.
I like his. It's not negative optimism, but it's optimism. That to me makes me think we were losing at some point. But yes, if you're losing, if you're losing 3-0 and he throws a couple passes.
Unfortunately, hearing you say that, it did. I think comfortably 17. I think 17 is. I think 17 is where we're at.
You talking like this, Charles? The only thing that makes me think of is like when you talk about betting. Hey, I'll bet your money. I'll risk your money. And Malik Willis throwing over 15 touches is risking his money. Hey, calm down. You're risking the game now. Chill out.
You're playing
the ball off.
You're playing with house money. If he plays a third week, then yes, I think that number needs to be more around 25. But that also depends on the amount of plays, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I think 17 with around 54 total offensive plays, I think that would be comfortable. And I think the Green Bay Packers would love that scenario. The defense wouldn't be on the field as much.
But you're putting all that wear and tear on Jacobs early, though, don't you think?
That's the bad thing. Wilson needs to get more touches. Like Charles said, though, if Lloyd takes some of the heat off, it'll be fine. He's the guy you can't give the football to. Just don't fumble. Just don't fumble.
Charles.
Yeah.
Charles is about to kill me.
Bro, Jacobs is my dog, man. I got something with you guys right now. I'm telling you right now. But Patrick did. Patrick brought up a really good point. Lloyd's getting healthier. Wilson's back there. Yeah, we're sitting here talking about Jacobs, but realistically, I still remember watching this last week's football game and thinking to myself, damn, why isn't Jacobs running the ball right now? Why you got him in there? And okay, I get it. You can't just Kyle Shanahan the guy.
Yeah, he did have 27 rushes, which is insane
for a Green Bay Packer.
Well, for an NFL player, that's crazy. 27 rushes. Usually 20, yeah.
I don't disagree with you. Yeah, but for a caliber type, if Christian McCaffrey touches the ball 27 times, or is anybody upset?
No.
Josh Jacobs is our Christian McCaffrey.
Yes, he might touch the ball 27 times, but 5 or 6 of those are usually receptions.
But his hands are still on the ball, and he's making a play.
Well, no, but that's what I mean. Catching a pass is different than running the ball and getting smacked.
But we have to also we do have to remember the 35-minute quarterback we had. We basically had a cup of noodles quarterback, bro. We put a fucking thing in the microwave and popped out Malik Willis. The dude has had 12 seconds in our system. You can only have 35 plays for this kid.
So y'all had a job.
Hey, I get that, but you've got weapons. So
week two is going to be a little different. But if Josh Jacobs isn't touching the ball 25 times a game, what are we doing?
Letting Malik Willis run the ball.
But at some point, a good NFL defense, no matter who's in the backfield, is going to put people in the box and make you beat them with your fucking.
Especially if they see that you're one-sided.
Yeah, it's especially when they already have film. They know what the Packers are going to do now. They played one of the worst rush defenses. Now you're going up against the middle of the pack rush defense. I don't believe that Tennessee's going to just sit back and be like, yeah, go ahead and run it at us. I think they're going to put 8-9 guys in the box and say, hey.
You're gonna have to toss the.
I'm not saying that they're
No,
not
no,
going to
no,
be
no. I
able
gotta do
to.
a
I'm
shout
just
out to
saying.
Josh Jacobs right now.
I'm
I need
thinking
Josh
that's what
Jacobs
Tennessee's
to
gonna
show up
do.
Sunday, and I need him to just put the football in my host's mouth. Okay, I need to
My
show.
mouth.
Listen, I am a dog, right? That's who Josh Jacobs is. Okay, that's just who he be. 1,600 yards with the Raiders, bro. He had a down year last year. He's coming back strong. I'm telling you.
I could say the same thing when.
And if Jordan Love was in there, bro, if Jordan Love was in there, yes, 26 of those touches, I bet 7 of them are catches, not runs.
I can't. There's no reason they can't do a running back screen. A screen's one of the easiest plays to throw in football.
I don't disagree with
I just don't understand why they. I wouldn't know. Yeah, your quarterback does not throw though.
To me, when you have the caliber player that is Josh Jacobs, it's a no-brainer to hand the ball to him 25 times. When the situation was Jordan Love on the side, to me, that's not a question.
Yeah,
That's
but unfortunately, I do agree with Paul. At the end of the season, when he's banged up and beaten to hell, you're like, "What? Why is he beat up? And why is he bruised? Why is he tired? Because you beat the hell out of him all season. Your body can only take so much. They never win the playoffs, so they've never been that far, so they don't know. He doesn't know what his body can handle.
He's 26 years old.
I'm not saying that his body can't handle it. In my mind, this is my thing. You just got yourself a new shiny toy in Josh Jacobs this offseason. You've never had this caliber of running back, probably, since when?
Right.
So it's
if we're being honest, he's 2 games in and breaking records, so the list isn't very long.
So I'm like,
when you
want to take care of this guy. So I'm like, I get why you're saying I'm okay with a running back of his caliber. I get it with Malik Willis. You're not. You specifically, I'm like, hey, there's limitations because you're coming back from an injury, and then there's Malik Willis taking over the Green Bay Packers. It's roughly the same thing. He's on minutes. He's on restriction. Hey, buddy, you're on a 15 pass attempt limit for the game. Wow. But you don't want to bruise up your shiny new toy because you don't have faith in your quarterback.
He would almost have to get a 2,000-yard season to break him on green season.
Yeah,
so, that's going to be rough with Jordan Love. Like you said, if Love was hurt more, then I could see him breaking that record. But I don't want him to have to break that record because that means, like Charles said, we don't have a quarterback.
He rushed the ball 32 times.
Yeah, I thought it was 27. That's a lot.
32 times.
And
he averaged almost 5 yards a carry. He averaged 7 yards on 32 carries.
Yeah.
For 151 yards and a tutty. Right? He has a tutty. Did he have a tutty? No, he didn't get that tutty.
No, a touchdown. He would have had a touchdown. He didn't fumble.
A fumble and a callback. So
it is what it is.
Now you got me excited for other reasons for this pack.
Hey, I'm just
I can't wait for Monday,
that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just here to amplify Charles's excitement for the week. Got the crazy eye out.
You got the crazy eyes out, bro. John Jacobs is a dog.
I'm not saying
789 yards.
I never said he wasn't a dog. I'm just saying you want your dog to live, you got to nurture him.
Have you seen the nutrition program at Lambeau Field?
Pause. You can't just keep giving them
Cardinals, baby.
Treats and kibble. you got to take some. Come on, Paul. Say it. You got to take them for walks every now and then.
Like
we took him for a walk 32
Listen,
fucking times.
Oh yeah, he definitely went for a walk. He went for a jog, a run. He did a triathlon.
I'm just saying.
Man. What a great episode. Listen, I love you guys so much. You got anything else you want to throw out there? What a fantastic week.
Oh, yeah. You can mention your trick-or-treat thing again. Yeah, throw it on there again.
Oh, that was a one-time thing in the show, but you're right. We should.
You just remind them. Yeah, one hour and 22 minutes in.
Oh, wow. You're even telling them the exact minute.
Yeah.
Listen, they're going to
catch it. Hey, that just makes them go back and watch it again.
Because even though he might have told him the alleged time, they still don't know what's happening at such alleged time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go back to that 1 hour and 22 minutes. There might be a little.
And fill it out as fast
Yeah.
as you can.
Hopefully you beat
My
the people
hands are up
there in the
here.
comment section. They don't get it yet first because it's first come, first serve, Charles says.
But yes, at the halfway point of this show, there is a significant Easter egg for our listeners. Absolutely. And this one lasts 7 days from episode air date. So, yes, for those of you who had listened to this point, you probably have already gotten it.
You would already know.
You would already know. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yes, the Burr months come with Easter eggs in our episodes. Just remember that. The Burr months. September, October, November. We'll have Easter eggs December. We'll have Easter eggs in the episodes. Please, yes, absolutely. Check all that out. Anything else?
Oh, I think we touched on everything. We did a good job today.
That reminded me so much of the sweet lady coming in and inviting me to her friend's murder mystery dinner, and then her telling me her friend was the murderer.
Damn.
Say, don't ruin my show, baby. No. PR. Anything else?
I'm actually looking forward to the Saints game.
21, $22.
I'm looking forward to the Saints game just because I want to see what Derek Carr is, if he's better than, like you say, the 50-50 ball. And I don't know. I just want to see if they're good or not.
Could this be Derek Carr's?
This is redemption season if he works it out right.
Yeah, so there's great quarterbacks, and then every once in a while there's like a Nick Foles season, right? And like Nick Foles didn't play the whole season, or we'll say Carson Wentz, right? Like Carson Wentz was having an MVP caliber season, and then he got hurt. And now, where's Carson Wentz now, right?
Kansas City.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, as a backup, cool. Okay,
Yes.
So MVP caliber season, a backup on a Super Bowl winning team.
To another MVP.
Could this be Derek Carr's Carson Wentz season?
If he doesn't play up to his contract this year, Spencer Rattler could very well take his spot.
Right. Well, what if he ends up with what's 4-1 Phillies now for some reason?
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's all right. All right, that does stink though. The Phillies only needed one for the tiebreaker, so now regardless,
You lost it.
We've lost that positioning. Wheeler's still on the mound, just dogging. Anyway,
that's a bad matchup for anybody. That is one heck of a freaking pitching staff. They got Wheeler, Nola. You're going through it with those guys.
Yeah, I think everyone's absolutely on point. Derek Carr could end up with a 30 touchdown, sub-9 interception season, and just everyone go, whoa, and then come back as a 2020 guy the next year. But it could be, you score 87 points in the first 2 games season. It's something to be talked about. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. My excitement is the very next podcast I get to do with you guys. That's what I'm most excited for.
Always, Charles. Always.
I enjoy these moments. These moments are great. You guys are funny. And as much as y'all are Packer fans, I would go to war with you guys. And if I see somebody jump, listen, y'all like my brothers. Hey, I can pick on you and talk shit on you, but if somebody is like, hey, fucker, what are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I sent you that meme showing you that the Green Bay Packers were the first to 800 wins. Yeah.
I just rub it in. Yeah.
But I'm like, y'all are probably the coolest Packer fans I know. The only times that I would say that out loud is that
you're my favorite Bear fan, bro.
Like,
yeah,
top notch. Yeah. Listen, I don't give a fuck what anybody says about you guys. You guys are cool in my book.
Yeah, I never thought I would enjoy a Philadelphia fan. And Mike too.
Right.
Yeah. He's my best friend. So I've known that guy for too long. So listen.
Too long.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
This show is great for me.
We got big things on the horizon. I'm very blessed to be here with you guys, and me and we and us all here are absolutely blessed for our listeners. That's why we continue to try and do things for y'all as much as possible, and that's why this Burr month we've got trick or treats for y'all. So just like Patrick mentioned, because we absolutely care about our
Yeah.
fans. Patrick's got his pick'em thing going right now. How's that been going?
Oh, I don't know. I think I was the only one that made the picks. I think there's 3 of us that made picks. I don't know the pick'em thing's going for. I think it might have.
We keep trying to do things for the fans, and that's all that matters.
I keep trying. I keep trying.
The fans, listeners, subscribers.
Somebody's going to do it.
We give shirts away. It don't matter. We have mailed hats across the country already.
We've given hats out to people
across the country. We've got them in New Orleans, Texas, Alabama, Jesus Christ, all over the place. North Carolina,
Cali.
It's been fantastic. Yeah. We've the global reach continues to stretch. Ni hao ma,
Gouda Bay.
Gouda Bay. Just the list goes on and on and on. But the only way it continues to go on and on is with all of you. So the further this journey goes, the further we bring our listeners, our fun and courageous group of individuals. We care about you very much so. The world is a much better place with you in it. Even all you minivan drivers out there.
Even them.
#love. We love you more.